he controls the nonprofit. I know him from Shady. And I was talking about they just had a 16-year-old kid, Manhattan, killed 2 dudes. He looked like a professional shooter. So it's different when you see, you know, kids that are 16, 12, you know, outside getting active. You're seeing little kids get shot in parks. It's not a good thing, you know what I'm saying? So we just trying to do something different, bring something different to the table. So I bring the little homies around so they can see how you get money and how you made your millions and how much work you put in and being on time. You know what I'm saying? Like 50 always taught me that, be on time. I never missed a flight. This is my first time ever late.
Right.
And then when they came upstairs, you usually have your security here, so I didn't want your security to press them. You know, you got the little homies with their dreads and people look at them a certain way. But whatever we could do to help is good. You know, 50's doing that with the G Unity Foundation. You know, and Shreveport from the 8th to the 12th, make sure y'all pull up. It's going down Tycoon. It's going to be the biggest event in the history for the summertime. It's going to be crazy.
Love it.
You know, it's so many people going to be there. You got Skrilla Baby, you got A Boogie, you got Chris, Mike Epps, you got Henry Welch. The list goes on and on, man. The list goes on and on. How much people 50 got coming out? So it's going to be real exciting.
Yeah, I may pull up this time.
Yeah, you can pull up.
Yeah.
You know, I got security for you and everything.
All right.
You know, a lot of people love you. A lot of people hate you. But, you know, what I like about
people love me, though, man. When I walk around,
a lot of people love me. Yeah, they
Trust
love
me. I can't go outside without asking, you know, someone ask me for a photo and tell me.
Yo, listen, when I'm overseas, they say, yo, I watched your Vlad interview.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, your platform, you know, it's a big platform. You've been doing it in the culture for, you know, what, over 20 years?
Yeah, since 2002, technically.
Yeah, you've been doing this since the DVD era with, you know, Smack and the Come Up, Fendi and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you're definitely a part of the culture. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Means a lot coming from you.
Yeah, of course, man.
Let's talk about today. First of all, we got to talk about Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, man.
And the pop-out concert.
Oh, man. I told, look, when this battle started with Drake and Kendrick, I told him for the young guys, like for their generation, what they call it, Gen Z? What the fuck they call it?
So,
Gen Z generation.
Yeah.
I said that's they Biggie and Tupac moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was hip hop, you know, it was, I wouldn't say it's boring. Would you say it was boring?
Nah. It
was stuff going on, but nothing, it wasn't no battle like that to that level.
I mean,
I told Murder
a lot of battles over the years.
Listen, I told Murder that battle was going to be like Biggie and Pac. And he said, nah. And I said, yes, it is. Look how it is now. Like, you never seen an artist. Because you know what's crazy about the whole thing? He did that in Inglewood Forum.
Yeah.
Which is, a lot of people don't know. Magic Johnson played there before they played in the Staples Center.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of, you know, what he did was like historical because he did it in Inglewood. And from my times of being in LA, I seen Grape Street up there, I seen Bloods up there, you seen Pyru's up there. You just seen all the different gangs. Nobody has ever done that, like in hip hop. So it was like, yeah, that was like a Tupac moment, bro. He had the Tupac outfit on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he told Drake, "Give me the Tupac ring back."
Yeah, that was
like
a bar
this
right
shit
there.
is like classical hip hop for the younger generation and for the older generation.
Mm-hmm.
But Drake, like, come on, like Drake is the guy. So this is the first time you ever seen him really like battle tested besides the Pusha T shit.
Oh, this is way beyond the Pusha T.
Yeah, this is like a big battle. That's why I said this is like Jay-Z and Nas. This is like John 50. Well, you know, John Real wasn't that good. 50 we demolished him. But it was a major beef. And it's to the point now where you can't really give your opinion because niggas still want to go to Canada. You know what I mean? You don't want to say something about Drake and fucking can't go to Canada. You got wild niggas like Preston, Bun, and all them wild niggas and all kind of other fucking top 5 and all these niggas. You got wild niggas in Canada. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta come on the West Coast. That's the fucking grandfather of fucking gangbanging.
Yeah. It was a hell of a concert.
You know how fans get, you know,
yeah.
It just get crazy. It could be a fan to punch you in the head or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean, I wish I was there. I was in New York all week. So
it was it was a phenomenal battle, bro. Yeah. On both ends. It was like, it was something that to me, hip hop needed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a phenomenal battle. It was crazy. But what he just did was crazy because he performed all of this records at a show. He had fucking $1 million production. You've seen lights and fucking fire and all that. But all Drake got to really do is just make a good record. And, that just tells you the fans, like people, they don't give a fuck about you in this industry. That's what people like about me. I was smart enough to know they'll turn on you any given minute. So it's like, when you're in a position and you up here, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, the hate train is going to eventually come. That's for every artist. You don't think so?
Well, look, if you look at the streams of Not Like Us and Meet the Fam, or Family Matters, that is, 4 times the streams for Kendrick. Now, people are going to say, oh, there's bots or whatever, but clearly, Not Like Us is a much bigger song.
Let me explain something to you about the West Coast. The West Coast love the bullshit. Any West Coast nigga I met, Blood, Crip, Mexican, Paru, whatever they was, you know what I'm saying? They love the bullshit. So I love the bullshit too. You know what I'm saying? I do. I love the bullshit too. So you got to look at it like this, man. The West Coast, I done been in cars with niggas. Yo, yeah, what up? West Coast, the best coast. They support their artists. So Kendrick got the whole Bay, the whole fucking West is behind him. Mm-hmm. Who you seen? Russell Westbrook up there? Every fucking game.
DeMar DeRozan. Yeah. LeBron James was there.
Yeah.
The Weeknd showed up. From Canada, that is.
Yeah,
The Weeknd.
But I think when it comes to music, people don't want to like choose a side. They just want to, the shit is hot. I was in Vegas at Dre's. That shit came on. It was, you know what I'm saying? They was rocking with it. Don't get me wrong. I like Drop, Give Me 50, but that They Not Like Us, Mustard on the beat, that shit is like a club beat.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you get a diss record that play in the club, sometimes it goes a little further than, you know what I'm saying? But Drake is Drake, nigga. He could drop a single tomorrow and everybody back on it. And Kendrick is Kendrick. They all great.
Yeah.
It was just all a battle of like, who's the best? Kendrick, J. Cole, or Drake. You know what I'm saying? And right now, you know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick, the shit he doing, the concerts filling up shit. And he could have did the Staples Center, people were saying, but he did the Inglewood Forum. Yeah. So, and then you got all the gang members coming together.
Yeah, all on stage.
That's different because for the culture, because you would never see these niggas together. Like LA, people think like LA is a game and it's sweet, or like New York. Anywhere you go, it's dangerous everywhere. Mm-hmm. But like LA is like, it's different. I could tell you one time I had a cannabis meeting because, shout out to Cookies. I got to shout out Certs. I got to shout out Evergreen. I got to shout out Dr. Green overseas. I'm doing a deal with them because now I'm in the cannabis business legally. You know what I'm saying? I don't sell weed. I'm legal in business. Shout out to Dr. Green. They in town now. We about to do a major deal I'm going to tell you about. I was in LA. Cool. And I had a cannabis deal with, I forgot. It's not Dr. Green. It's Greenhouse Cannabis or something like that. Right? And I'm with Steve LaBelle. You know Steve LaBelle. Of course. He works with Burner. He works with Cookies. Mm-hmm. Burner, makes all this money off cannabis. So it's a big meeting for me. I go, I look at different cannabis. I make bag selections. I figure out what I want to do in the store. So they're Mexican, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? So when we leave, we go to a spot. He says, one of the guys, he has a restaurant. And I'm like, yo, I'm hungry. I don't know the LA politics like that. Like in New York, we got Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, right? But we kind of similar get along. But down there, Mexicans and blacks, if you in a Mexican neighborhood, you could get burnt, bro.
Yeah.
And if a Mexicans in a black neighborhood, they could get, you know what I'm saying? So we eating in the restaurant, right? So, it's cool. We eating in the back. I decide I want to go to the back and smoke a joint. So I light up the joint. And these guys, look, this is the first time I told the story. The guys that I was with, they don't even know. But Steve LaBelle told me this is the hood. But see, for a New York dude, like how Pop Smoke is in Beverly Hills, if you're from Brooklyn and the Bronx or Queens or anywhere, we used to projects. So we could be in Compton and it's sort of like look like Queens because there's houses and grass and shit. You might not know, or you could be in Beverly Hills and be 10 minutes away from Hoover Street. So he says this is the hood, but it was like bodegas and store, little New York shit. Mm-hmm. Go in there, we go in the back, Mexicans in there, lady, man, they look kind of strange. Steve tapped me, said, yo, you notice the hood? I said, okay. Ate some food, There's a gate in the back. Hit a joint. The gate is covered. You know how a gate got like the canopy is covered?
Mm-hmm.
I hear a Mexican dude say, "Y'all don't know what this guy's doing. There's a bunch of neneros, niggas in here." I went out, tapped my man, left out.
Yeah. Yeah, you get dicey in LA.
Yeah, it could get nasty anywhere. And that's what and that's what I like to explain to the kid. Because it's bad in New York too. Like New York is like, it's gang infested now. Everybody's in a gang. It's like, it's like going to LA, coming to New York.
Yeah, I mean, look at PNB Rock. Having lunch.
Yeah.
At Roscoe's.
But I'm not going to Roscoe's over there. Where was that? South Central?
South Central, yeah.
See, I'm not doing that. That's something I'm not doing. You doing that with jury on? Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, pulling up in the Benz.
Yeah, I always told you when I got my first Jacob watch, I got out of jail. 50 told me, yo, you know a nigga kill you for that shit.
Yeah.
Like, so a nigga kill you for your watch, your chain, whatever. They don't, some people just don't, human life has no value for them.
Well, at the concert, SZA showed up, who's friends with Drake. Actually used to date Drake in disguise. Right. So she.
Oh, I thought I didn't know. I seen her. I just seen her dressed up there. I didn't even know she was disguised.
Yeah, and a lot of people noticed that Game didn't show up, and he actually made a video and addressed it and basically said, "I'm cool with everybody. I'm cool with Drake. I'm cool with Kendrick. I don't hang out like that." He actually shouted out 50. He said,
right.
Congrats to 50 and all his TV success.
Right.
There's been a lot of beef, and he thinks it's good for hip hop, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that shit is old. Like, you gotta understand, like, niggas done caught cases, niggas done got shot at radio stations, niggas done got killed behind, Jimmy Henchman shit and beef. Like, my mom's crib done, got shot up in 2007 with a silencer. So when you realize shit is real, you just know how to play shit. And you definitely don't want to come on here and say anything crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of niggas be on the Instagram and all this shit and all these shits and crash out. And I'm smart enough to know the feds use that for evidence. They did it to Tax Stone, right?
I mean, somewhat, yeah.
When Tax Stone said, a nigga run up on me and they go, bow, bow, bow. They didn't use that in court?
They used it in court,
There you go.
Yeah, shout out to Tax, man. He hit me the other day. He's doing some lives on X now. And
so I seen real situations like get serious. But like I said, like there's no rules in the streets, right?
Yeah. So,
you just gotta learn to move correctly and look how far how we've been, and the things that 50's doing, and now, he's like the fucking new Tyler Perry.
Yeah, pretty much.
You never seen a show.
Yeah.
And shout out to Michael Rainey, Gianni, everybody from Power, BMF, The Force, Raising Canaan. Them shows is amazing. This guy got 34 shows coming on 11 different networks. This guy's buying cities, Shreveport. Shout out to them. It's going to be a movie August 8th to the 12th. It's like, that's my motivation. So like, when you see people that don't have money be late, and then you see a guy that's on the way to $1 billion be early, I get mad at myself. 50 work harder than anybody in this room, probably besides me and you. So it's like when you see a guy doing that, never being late.
Mm-hmm.
We'll come to places, we'll be at a venue for 4 hours because of traffic when the stadium packs up. He got the third biggest tour in the world, and we've been here doing this shit, doing business for over 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, I talked about the whole beef situation with Boosie recently.
Who Boosie got beef with?
No, Boosie doesn't have beef, but we're talking about the Kendrick and
that
Drake
Boosie,
beef.
my guy, man. I sent Boosie a record one time, and he sent it to me the next day.
Yeah, Boosie's very business.
Like I fuck with Boosie,
100%. Yeah. But he didn't like it because he said that 95% of murders in the city are over rap beef.
Once I got to a point in life when hip hop beef affected me and all the people I was around, and I choose not to agree with it. Like, most of my beefs came from people rapping about me. Street wars came from people rapping about me. Once I got older and I knew I enjoyed watching it when it was Pac and Biggie. When Pac came back, I was a Tupac head, but I was 12 and 13 years old. I never experienced a rap beef when I got to rapping at 15 that didn't result in somebody losing their life. 95% of the murders in my city are rap beef. Chicago, 95% of the murder. And once you get a grown man, you realize every rap beef has led to destruction.
No, I mean,
he's talking about Baton Rouge.
In a way, you gotta agree with him because, all right, you see the young boys here, right? Mm-hmm. I'm quite sure that there's hoods that they can't go to, or they could be a part of the nonprofit. I done heard my man Boopy. He worked with kids in the group home, and he tells me, yeah, I took the kids to the park, and one of the kids say I can't go to this area, right? And I'm like, Boopy, you better listen to him because these little niggas will shoot you too. They'll shoot you too. They don't give a fuck. You go online, ain't no more rules. Niggas, punch you. Punch you in front of your moms, shoot you, shoot your girl. I seen the dude punch a girl for making a diss record. So with the music and the drill rap, yeah, you gotta be careful. It is real. And does it get amplified? Because you gotta think, Vlad, there was no Instagram when we had beef back in the days.
Yeah.
So now a nigga do something to you and he go to Instagram and you watching it and he's atting people and trying to embarrass you. The beef is amplified. Meanwhile, what are the police doing? Watching everything.
And arresting everybody.
But it seems like we in a crash out era. Like, I don't know. Like these kids, like it's the kids I'm seeing now, they want to crash out.
Well, yeah, I mean, I started to disagree with him, and we started going down the line of all the major hip hop beefs, and you start to notice that there's usually violence that accompanies.
He's right. Listen, my mom's crib. I lived in the hood forever. My mom's crib didn't get shot up with a silencer 22 times. Bullets in the stove. The crib could have blown up. My sister, I feel bad about that till this day. Right now, my family could have got killed. Then what?
Yeah.
That shit was hip-hop shit. It wasn't you just got rich niggas with money in hip-hop. That's how the police look at it.
No, right. There was a lot of violence that had to do with you and the Ja Rule beef and the Game beef. But then you start to kind of look back on the whole thing, Gucci Mane versus Young Jeezy.
Yes.
Dead. So, Pookie, I think was his name, gets killed. T.I. versus Lil Flip. Violent situation occurs when T.I. goes to Flip's hood and then tries to film and then a fight breaks out.
It comes to a point like this, Vlad. I watch the hip hop shit just to know what's going on, but I don't mean to sound federal, but niggas talk about they got beef online. Like certain niggas got beef online. You seen Taxstone and Troy Ave. Look, listen, you seen it get real and it was out there. The beefs be out there. That's why I don't like to get on and say this, but with the drill music, you know all the beefs. You know who got beef. Yo, this nigga, Shotty K don't fuck with this nigga, or this rapper don't fuck with this rapper. It's so many of those that you just gotta watch how you move. And the police is watching too. Hip-hop police used to pull us out the car, buy our belts. We don't care about weed, drugs, nothing. Give us the guns. Yeah. Now they got different hip-hop police that watch all this shit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it keeps going. Remember the Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown beef? There was a shootout in front of Hot 97.
Yes.
I interviewed Gutta, who ended up going to jail over shooting somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tupac versus Biggie. We know how that ended, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen.
MC8 versus DJ Quick. Like, there was an event that someone ended up getting stabbed to death. Not to say they had anything to do with it, the two guys, but the entourages ended up getting into it.
We don't want to sound federal. What I'm saying to you is, y'all know what rap beef leads to, right? It's no different than street beef.
Yeah.
The street niggas are rappers now. Mm-hmm. So you know what it leads to. Like, it's going to be some shit. You said.
Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. This comes close to you since you're from Queens.
Yeah.
When KRS-One, when he was with Boogie Down Productions, he did The Bridge Is Over.
Right.
Right.
And he shitted on Queens.
He shitted on the entire borough of Queens.
But it was still a classic.
It was still a hot record.
It was still.
Has KRS-One ever performed that song in Queens?
I don't think so. I don't
see what I'm saying.
I don't know.
What do you think would have happened at the height of that beef if KRS-One showed up? The bridge is over. The bridge is over.
Yeah, at that time, he would have probably got something. Would have probably happened back then.
Yeah,
in the 80s. Because Queens get money. Like Queens niggas always got money, bro. That's what people look at Queens. Queens is like some of the Harlem niggas. And Bronx and Brooklyn niggas was always like the shooter niggas. You know what I mean? But Queens and Harlem niggas always got money. Hey, when I was young, a kid on the block, there was mad money. Niggas New Year's popping champagnes. Niggas is driving foreign. It was like Queens always got money. So.
Okay, well, recently, Southwest T from BMF took a photo with Supreme's son.
Right.
50 was unhappy about this photo.
I don't think it was unhappy. I would just say this. And like, I thought, you know, Southwest T is a stand-up guy. I would say that, you know, when you make a nigga some money, like if I make you millions and make your Lil Meech millions and everybody millions, it's a loyalty there. For me, 50 made me millions. If I make one of these little niggas millions or anybody in this room or you make me millions, my loyalty is going to forever be to you. And it's not just because of the money, but you put me in a position where me and my family could eat better. So when you see a nigga do that, I don't think like, I think he just might need management to kind of think out his moves, you know. And as for Preem son, you know, I don't like to talk about niggas. I don't like to leave a trail on this shit. Nigga get hit by a truck and they said, well, Yayo said this. Nah, I don't, you know what I'm saying? But for me, like, I think it was just a silly move. Like, for me, like, if you get money with somebody and the position that 50 put Meech in, his family, and shout to them, shout to the BMF show, you know, I don't understand it. Me, I'm loyal. You make me money, we get money together, I'm gonna be loyal. That's it. So I was kind of confused with the situation.
I mean, yeah, I talked to Southwest T recently for the first time
and I'm quite sure 50 don't care, like I said.
Yeah, I mean, because 50 threatened to cancel the whole show. I don't think he's going to do that.
I mean, listen, 50 is crazy. We all know 50 is crazy. We all know that. Yeah. He got 34 shows, 11 networks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could hardly get 50 on the phone. He's a busy guy.
Yeah.
But does he help me make millions? Yes.
Yeah.
Did he help Meech make millions? Yes. Did he help Michael Rainey make millions? Yes. Did he help Ghost make millions? Makai, Mary, the list goes on. Lloyd Banks, Young Buck, The Game. Like, the list goes. How long you... Everybody, security niggas made money. Niggas bought houses. He gave niggas Lambos, Ferraris. Like, he helped nigga. I came home, Bentleys, Minks on backs. Sha Money made millions. The list going on. M, everybody. And we and always loyal to M because we made money because of M. Mm-hmm. So you see the way 50 respect M and Dre? That's how you respect him. So with Southwest T, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you didn't make enough bread because everybody that gets near 50, Curtis, Makai, all them niggas, all them dudes off the show, a lot of them making millions. Mary's crazy with the show. Like, Meth is crazy. Everybody's smoking hot. I don't know. So for Southwest, I don't know. His son is not on the show. I don't know if that got something to do with it. I don't know. Sometimes
isn't Southwest T an executive producer on the show or something like that?
I think he is. Like,
yeah,
I think he's an executive producer. Or his son has something to do with it too. Fifth made sure everybody get checks. Sometimes it's just, I think people get to a comfortability spot. And I've done it too. You know, you get comfortable because 50 people look at him as this villain guy, but he's the fucking, he's gonna make sure. I'm up with Prodigy. He helped Prodigy. Prodigy put some money down on the crib. He needs some extra money.
Yeah.
We talking like 6 figures, like 150, something, whatever.
Yeah.
It was,
you said,
look, Prodigy gave him the money back. Rest in peace to Prodigy too. Yeah. His anniversary of his passing. Rest in peace to one of the greatest groups ever all time. Mobb Deep, that album coming soon. Shout to Have, shout to Storm, shout to his daughter.
Wait, is the new Mobb Deep album coming soon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Soon. I told him they got to come over here. Havoc got to come up, but you know, Havoc got to come up here.
You know, I know Havoc, I know Storm.
Shout to his daughter Santana and shout to Little P, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Prodigy. But look, sometimes people get carried away. Remember when Ghost was kissing on Beyonce, doing all that? Like, Ghost, you hot right now, but you okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, people get carried away. Sometimes I got carried away.
Yeah.
I thought, yo, we unstoppable. I'm out of jail. I got money. You know what I'm saying? Bentleys. Man, fuck everybody, man. It's all about us. Like, you get carried away. You got the money, you know. But when Fifth come in the room, you're not the boss no more.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember it was an old, I think, Forbes DVD interview that you did. And you said that you personally saw Young Buck get into issues with the IRS.
Young 50 helped.
And you said you saw 50 give him $250,000.
50 helped Young Buck more than anybody.
Huh. Was it because he was getting into more trouble than anyone?
I don't talk bad about Buck, but we all spent money. But 50 helped Buck more than anybody. Buck had fucking white living rooms and TVs coming out the bed back in 05. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I ain't had no TV coming out my fucking bed. You know what I'm saying? He had all kind of old schools. He'll buy cars. He's, you know what I'm saying? The way niggas spend money now. It's just Red Monkeys now is Chrome Hearts. Them shits, you know, no, Amiris. You know, because the Chrome Hearts, them jeans 10,000.
That much?
Come on.
I'm not spending that.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, man.
I'm not spending that.
I don't see how you get mad. Meech looking like a lot of money, man. Meech got them jeans 10,000, Chrome Hearts with the crosses on them. Okay. Like 10 bands niggas be wearing.
Nah, man, listen, he did a great job with BMF.
And the pressure is different because you got to think, in the era for the young kids now, it's more pressure. Why? Because you got dudes that's in the street with Richard Millies. That's a, you know, $150, 200, you know, buying Chrome Heart jeans 10,000, buying here, there. It's a lot more pressure. You know what I'm saying? For the kids, like, you know, 20 and younger. You know, and Instagram influence all this shit too. Because before Instagram, a little more exclusive.
We didn't see it as much. So that wasn't in your face. It's not in your timeline every day.
So that's what, Instagram is a gift and a curse. It's a good thing, I always say, and it's a bad thing sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, people definitely feel more insecure these days because of Instagram, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, plastic surgery is a lot higher, they say, these days. The girls, you know, like I remember watching a video with Lotto saying how, you know, she got her BBL at 21 because people kept making comments, oh, you got a bad body, oh, you got a old white woman body and whatever. And it started to get to her, and she's only 21.
Right.
So she goes and gets a bunch of surgery.
And Lotto's a dope. She's one of the dopest female artists out.
She's dope. 21, I think, is a little young, though, to get a BBL. You know, I mean, that's a, you know, shout out to everyone who gets one. It's your body. Make yourself happy. But a BBL is the most dangerous surgery you could do. More people die every year from BBLs than any other surgery. And a lot of times these girls go overseas to try to save some money. They go to DR or whatever, and they die.
Listen, God made us all one way, right? That's how I look at it, you know. And if you decide you want to do something, that's on you.
Exactly.
You know, but if it makes you look better, hey, I'm not mad at you.
No, I'm not either. I'm just saying it's dangerous.
Listen,
it is dangerous.
I mean, it's dangerous if you go to a bad doctor.
Nah, it's dangerous, period. Look at DC Young Fly's baby mother.
Vlad.
She went to a real doctor and she died.
But they were saying that was another issue, and I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about it because DC.
No, I'm cool with DC. I've interviewed him multiple times. I'm just saying it's a dangerous surgery.
That's a sensitive situation, so I don't want to be. What I'm saying to you is, if you go to the right doctor, I'm quite sure. Because them girls in Hollywood, you don't see them dying. And I'm not going to say any names, but I'm just going to say girls in Hollywood that go to them doctors, and then girls will hear about them doctors, and, you know, girls will go to the right doctor. If you go to the right doctor and you don't have any issues, you're not going to have a problem.
Listen, all I'm saying is I've watched videos of actual doctors talking about this, that even with the right doctor, the surgery itself is still dangerous. It's more dangerous than other things. Like getting a nose job or getting your breast done is way safer. Or getting lipo is way safer than a BBL. I feel like just because the actual way that it's done is potentially very dangerous. And it's okay. Listen, a lot of girls get them.
I understand what you're saying. I don't want to talk about what women do too much. But what I'm saying to you is I like natural or BBL. I don't like to judge. Like it is what it is.
I'll take BBL over a flat butt any day of the week. You know, that's just me.
It is what it is. I just don't. I don't like to put judgment like on women and like into all that with them.
Well, you claim that you introduced the hip hop world to BBLs because you had Buffy the Body in one of your early interviews, early music videos. She didn't have a BBL though, did she?
I mean,
I believe that she was just naturally thick.
I don't know.
Her thighs definitely.
I don't know. That could have been I don't know.
I think that was natural, Buffy, man.
But I don't know.
I've met her before. I've interviewed her before.
That could have been a BBL early, and we didn't know.
No, I don't think so. I don't think BBLs were even around back then. I think she was just. This is not a little girl with a huge ass. She's pretty big. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But the whole thing was, for me, it wasn't really just the ass. It was that, like, when we was doing videos back then, everything was like more to Latina women, and I love every kind of women. I don't judge anything, but I wanted to bring something different. Like, sometimes, you know, we was at video shoots and girls be like, yo, when we gonna get a shot? Bring the, you know, chocolate joint in there. So, you know,
you gotta give it to Luke and the 2 Live crew. They brought the dark-skinned women.
Oh,
the
no,
thick, you know,
I'm saying that's way ahead of my
hip-hop.
time. I'm saying 205.
Okay.
I'm saying to you is
I'm just saying, Luke put that down.
Usually in videos, the director will pick the girls.
Yeah.
Me, I was looking to do something different. Like I wanted a chocolate joint with the, and I picked her. And back then, it was no Instagram. So girls were exclusive. You had to find them, magazines.
Straight stunting.
Yeah, it was more.
R.I.P. K. Slyde.
Yeah. Rest in peace to the greatest K. Slyde. I miss Slyde.
Yeah, I miss him too, man.
Bad.
I miss him too, man. Good dude. Well, Remy Ma, her son is charged with first-degree murder.
Hypothetically.
There's not a hypothetical.
Well, not hypothetically,
he's charged.
but how you say he's not?
He's charged. He hasn't been convicted of it.
Right.
But he's charged with it. Which makes it very sad, because remember, she went to prison for shooting a girl over a money dispute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, so he's charged with first-degree murder as well as weapon possession, reckless endangerment, stemming from an alleged incident that happened in Queens back in 2001.
I don't
2021, I mean.
Look, Vlad, I don't want to talk about it, but what I'll tell you is everybody's going to talk about it because Remy is a celebrity. And that's the terrible thing. And the lawyer money might be higher. And that's the thing about being a celebrity and having celebrity kids. Hopefully he's innocent, and I really don't want to talk about it, but he got to realize your mom's is a major celebrity, if that's the case, what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm reading through it. So the man was reportedly shot in the head and chest during a shooting at the intersection of 148th Street and Rockaway Boulevard in Springfield Gardens.
Yeah, that's Queens. That's
Queens. Yeah, Queens County. Yeah, man, it's a sad situation, especially because you're right. She is a celebrity, and of course,
I mean, this what Gen Z got to understand. And I'm not talking about him because I don't want to talk about his case.
No, we don't know anything about the case.
Yeah,
he's just being charged. Yeah, he's presumed.
It's out there.
He's presumed innocent.
It's out there, so it's out there, so you can put it out there. Exactly. I just, I'm cool with Remy.
No, I'm cool with Remy too.
Yo, look, so I don't know, but see, you should understand. Like I told you, I speak to Lisa Everett. She covers shootings. She covered the shooting of the 16-year-old. They found him in 2 days. We got facial recognition at the airport.
Yeah.
We got cameras everywhere. We got cameras they use cameras off the ATM and stuff like that. They could get DNA if you grab a nigga and shoot him, DNA off the clothes.
Right.
It's like in the next, and I always say this to you, in the next 5 to 10 years, you gotta find something to fucking beat the crime, the technology they got.
Yeah, you're not getting away.
That's how niggas, you see how they caught the 16-year-old for 2 bodies? We gotta get him off the street. This guy's John Wick. We get him off the street, right? It took him 2 days. All they gonna do is follow all the fucking cameras. That's how they get niggas now. That's what people will tell you. Your lawyers, I got lawyer friends. They tell you it's the cameras. Boom, cameras, boop, boop, boop. Then if you do something and you got your phone, you shoot a nigga, you got your phone, you say you wasn't there.
Yeah, there you are. Triangulate your position right there. Yes, you were.
You wasn't there. No, we got your phone record say you was right here.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that back in the days in the 90s. Like niggas had beepers and bullshit phones. Phone wasn't tracking you. You got your car now, you do some shit, you might as well get rid of that because they could shut your shit down if it's electric. They saying now and shit like that. Police got way too much technology.
Look, I just interviewed Terrence Gangster Williams again. Mm-hmm. And he talked about a situation when Soulja Slim performed for the first time.
Right.
And some dudes were getting on stage and disrespecting him. And one of the little homies got slapped.
Right.
And they talked about how they shot like the dude that slapped the little homie outside the event in front of 100 people.
Right.
No one saw nothing. They all walked away from it. You know what I'm saying? Back then, no one saw nothing. No one wants to cooperate.
Right. Like you got to think about this.
These days, look, that's not going to happen.
Like, look, you got to think about this. When Shot 9 happened, right? When Shot 9 happened, Shot 9-7, right? These little niggas, they don't know they was still babies and shit. Shot 9-7 happened. Cameras was fucked up.
Yeah.
Snowing that day. This shit ain't. We was beefing with game and henchmen. Shots ring off. Niggas get shot. Niggas is ducking in the snowmobiles. Them cameras was shitty. If the cameras was here now, somebody would be lunch meat. I'm not going to say who.
Well, hold on. That situation.
What?
50 security
No, we ain't gonna say nothing about no security.
Well,
we not saying nothing about no security.
Okay.
Nobody. I'm just
right.
giving you an example because I don't like to talk on no shit like that.
Okay.
But I'm saying
I know
shot
about the
9-7.
situation though.
All I'm saying is shot 9-7. If the cameras was what they are now to what they got to deal with, or like if I had a shootout back in the days, hypothetically, right? I ain't have to worry about no cameras.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question.
What?
You have a daughter, right?
Yeah.
Is that your one child or you have multiple kids?
I have 3.
3 kids.
Okay.
So daughter, son, daughter?
No, daughter, 2 sons.
Daughter and 2 sons.
Right.
No matter how much we try to...
Oh, she just graduated too. From
Congratulations.
College. Yeah, FIT.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Shout out to my daughter, Manaya. I love you, baby.
Passion is technology,
college,
man.
yeah,
Great
graduated
school.
college.
Great school.
You know what I'm saying? See, I'm doing good now. I used to be in the streets,
Exactly.
and that's what I'm explaining to them. I don't glorify doing this shit. I went to jail, got out, went to jail the next day. I was stupid. You understand? Now my daughter's graduating college. I'm laid back. I'm learning from 50. If I gotta go somewhere where I gotta bring a gun, why am I even going?
Exactly.
I could chill with Vlad. I could chill with my lawyer.
Yeah.
I can go get a filet mignon somewhere. I can go
and you'll be safe.
learn something.
Hang
to get
out at
some
the
money.
Calabasas Country Club with me.
And then Calabash. Shout out to the clap for the Calabash Country Club. Only black guy in there. Me and my man Hollywood. They looked at us crazy when we walked in there with Vlad.
I brought you there.
Yeah, the Calabash Country Club. Huh?
Here's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
We all try to steer our kids in the most positive direction we can. Like it's always every parent's dream to give kids the life that we ourselves did not get to experience.
Right.
But when I look at sort of some of the stuff my dad did, and later in life I would do the same thing, sometimes even unconsciously.
Right.
Because you look up to your dad.
Right.
And you emulate your dad.
Right.
With your sons, you try to steer them in the right direction.
Right.
But they also know how their dad is. So do you ever worry about that they might, not do as you say, but do as you do?
Oh, well, my oldest son, he's 25. He's street. He's was in Queens. He's street. My youngest son is more, he's 16.
Okay,
he's
so your oldest son was in the street.
Yeah. No, I mean, like let me explain something to you. Down south, them kids, you could get your gun license legally if you don't have a felony.
At 18.
So I feel like, 18. So I feel like you should be able to protect yourself by any means necessary. Just like Malcolm X said, with anybody, if you're in danger. So I think kids, if you in the street or like in New York, like somebody could come do something to you and you ain't even do nothing to them. And it could come from anywhere. You got migrant shit going on. You got gang shit going on. It's hot outside. You got to move sturdy out here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to move sturdy, militant, head in your swivel. It's New York, just like how I was in LA. So I feel like when you go to them other states and you could get your gun license, I think that's better than being in New York and catching a body for some shit that stand your ground in another state. Am I wrong or right, fellas?
No, you're absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if Taxone was in Florida,
that's what I'm saying.
They would have given him his gun back.
Yeah, somebody's coming to rob you. You 18. Somebody's coming to rob you for whatever you got, your car, whatever, because this is the real world. It's cold out there. And you shoot him. You're not in the wrong, but you in the wrong when you in New York State, motherfucker.
Facts.
So it's like when you in Florida and down south, you got to stand your ground.
Yeah, you don't have that here.
Yeah, motherfucker breaking your house. You trying to protect your family or protect what you got. I feel like New York should be like that too, but New York will get too crazy. Stand your ground, motherfucker, make up some shit. That's the whole thing.
Okay, but back to your son. You say your older son was in the streets.
No, he's street. Yeah, he was in Queens. He was, yeah.
Okay, had he ever been arrested?
Nah.
Okay. Did you go out of your way to really try to get your kids and try to show them that, dad did this, but this is not what you should do? You
could try. Listen, I know niggas that moms had real estate. They didn't have to be in the street, and the street is an addiction. That's what people don't understand. It's like drugs or anything else. Drugs, sex, liquor. The streets can be addictive too. And that's what you got to understand. There's motherfuckers that don't want to leave the streets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wrong or right?
No, you're right.
Right. So I feel like when you get to a certain age, the streets is for them if they decide they want to do that. You know what I mean? The streets ain't for me no more. It's a whole new generation out there of dudes. That's like you going to your old neighborhood, being in my age, and it's a whole bunch of young boys out there that I don't know. Everybody I know is dead, jail, or got a family and in the house. So it's like, you know, and then I got young boys that I know too, but, you know, I try to tell them, yo, stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Do the right thing because, you know, when you crash out, all you're going to do is go fucking do time. And then it might not affect them because everybody's on demon time, but it damn near affect their mama, their papa, their girlfriend, anybody in their family. It's going to affect them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it's hard to tell a motherfucker to stay out of trouble because trouble is everywhere. Because if somebody try to do something to me, I know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just try to stay away from that. I try to be in the places where I don't get in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Well, 50 was performing at Dre's recently, and Cameron showed up.
Yeah, shout to Cam.
And he got on stage with him.
Harlem.
Which I feel is like a mature moment, because remember, you guys were going at it with Cam and Dipset at one point.
Listen,
well, not really Dipset, just Cam, actually.
And it goes back to Drake and Kendrick. Hip-hop is competitive. Sometimes shit just get crazy, and people might get shot here and there. Sometimes it be like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a competitive sport. So, you know, Cam, you know, niggas been fucking with Cam since way back. You know what I'm saying? When he was doing shit with Biggie and fucking and Undias and them. So, like, my man Rough Hands used to DJ. I was a fan of a lot of artists. Like, we beef with Fat Joe, was a fan of him. Beef with Cam, was a fan of him. I listened Jealous One's Envy. I used to listen to Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? That beat, So when I'm on the phone with Fat Joe or you see Cam and you like, yo, Cam, what up? That's a nostalgic moment for me because people think this game is about money, jewelry, fucking bitches, and flying the world. For me, it's about flying the world and meeting people. Like some people be like, oh, yeah, washed up, fuck G-Unit. I don't care about anybody's opinion. It doesn't bother me. Only one person could judge me, that's God, right? So for me, meeting Jim Carrey, Wesley Snipes, Serena and Venus, Kim Kardashian, the list goes on and on, bro. Donald Trump. You know what I mean? Anybody you name that is famous, I've met. Anywhere you name in the world, I've been. Paris, London, Germany, Dubai. So a person's opinion really doesn't affect me because that's what people try to tear you down with. Opinions and Instagram and all that bullshit. That's why when I get with you, some people be like, yo, yeah, I fuck with you, but don't do Vlad. Vlad is federal. And I be like, Vlad is not federal. I just don't let him ask me federal questions.
Yeah.
If you want to do a Catch a Keefe D and say, yo, I got the bullets that killed Tupac right here on the internet.
Well, speaking of Cameron,
yeah,
he made a statement recently. He said that Jay-Z loves money more than hip hop. And he pointed out that Jay-Z performed at Tom Brady's Hall of Fame ceremony, but he didn't perform in any hip hop 50 events.
I mean, Jay-Z's on a whole nother level. Like, I mean, you know, true. He's like, but you know what I like about 50? 50's on a whole nother level, but he's still approachable. You still get to meet the people and you know, Jay got to remember the people that made him. You know, I'm not saying I don't got respect. I respect Jay-Z, 50, used to respect, you know, Diddy, but all that crazy shit going on. But, you know, I always respected him because I looked at, for New York, those were like the guys. You know what I'm saying? The guys with the most money and the most influence. So with Jay is like, when the last time you haven't seen Jay. So I think people are just going to say that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I mean, Jay, you know, you got to remember, he didn't want 50 at the Super Bowl. That was crazy. I'm like,
wait, Jay didn't want 50 at the Super Bowl?
Know that? Yeah, he didn't want.
I remember Eminem pushed for it.
That was some hater shit. Yeah,
I remember Eminem was like, I'm not going to do it unless 50 does it. I heard that.
Yeah,
but I didn't know that Jay was trying to stop it.
I don't think Jay. I don't know. 50 never told me that, but I don't think Jay wanted him there. I don't know.
Because of what? Some of the.
I mean, you know, it's competition. You got to think. 50 always been competition for Jay. Remember, I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent?
That was a long time ago.
That was what 9. What was that? 9?
But after that, they did a song together. Remember the whole.
Of course, but 50 was always competition for niggas. Then remember, Jay said, yo, 50's coming. He told Siegel and them and Memphis Bleak and all them.
Yeah.
And come on, 50's like, he's on a whole nother level. You got to remember, he came after niggas. He came after Jay and Rockefeller. G-Unit came. And people might shit on G-Unit, but with Eminem, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, nobody has outsold us, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody has had the effect that we had. When we go overseas, they call us the caviar rap groups. When I go overseas, no disrespect, I love drill, but I don't hear drill in Sweden and all these places. I don't hear that because these people are still stuck on the hip hop culture. So in America, to the young Gen Z, and shout to Gen Z, I fuck with them. They were just teaching. I had to teach them. They laughing at my man with the phone. But overseas, you're not gonna really hear drill like that. And I fuck with drill music. You're gonna hear Chris Brown, 50, you know, Rihanna. You're not gonna really hear too much drill. And I like drill music.
Well, let's talk about Diddy for a second.
Oh,
Since
man,
we covered this a little bit last time.
Not again. Last time
we
covered
it a little bit. Me and Murder went at it.
You seen the tape. Diddy's finished, man.
That tape? Oh my God. Oh my. When you saw the tape, what'd you think?
He's finished. No Diddy. No, and you know, sometimes, look, this is what I say. In this game, just be humble, because it could be all over. All your friends, all your so-called friends, all the people at the party, nah, that shit is over.
Do you think it's really over, though?
It's over, man. I just seen one of fucking Justin's mans, Lil Larry, and he had a Branson bottle. He ain't have no fucking tequila. He was in 50 section like this. And I'm like, damn, this nigga be with Diddy in them. But there's no friends in this shit. There's no love. It's all business. And once you learn that, that's when you know how to control the business. That's why I got to where I go. My friends, I know who my friends is. 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, certain niggas, Uncle Murder, fucking, you know what I'm saying? I click, you know what I mean? I like, and niggas could go through what they go through, but I know who my friends is. You my friend too, Vlad.
Yeah,
you know that.
Likewise.
But you know me, like, I'm not just one of them niggas, like, for instance, you see how Takeoff was hanging with niggas and shit happened? Like, I'm not, rest in peace to him, but I'm not one of them niggas that just hang out with different people, different entourages. I'm not going, me and 50 beef and hang with Rick Ross. Like, I'm not one of them niggas. I seen other niggas do it. I think Buck did it, but that's just not me. You know, if I was in a gang, they would definitely say, I'm like, yo, nah, he's the loyalist nigga. I would have status because I'm not one of them niggas that will ever fuck with another gang. That's just not me. You know what I'm saying? But other niggas would do it. It's the industry. So once Diddy shit is over, niggas is drinking Branson.
Here is my point, though. Unless a person goes to prison, they die, or whatever job they have gets completely taken away and they're unable to independently put out anything because they depend on some employer,
right?
You're not really canceling people. You're just saying you don't like them. R. Kelly got canceled because he's in prison.
Let's talk about
Weinstein got canceled because he's in prison.
Let's talk about our business, right? You could do what we're doing, like trying to help the kids right now. Nobody gives a fuck. But we can have a shootout, and negative energy, negative news always spreads faster in our business, in the streets, anywhere. Nigga get shot, yo, there's 10 stories. Some shit happened, it's 20 stories. Negative news always spreads faster, right? So when you do something crazy, right? When you're, like I explained to you again, when you're a billionaire, right? And you hypothetically, so-called, well, you beat her ass, it's on tape. You beat somebody's ass. Cassie is not a gangster chick.
No.
Girls I know would have whipped Diddy out the towel. They would have been rolling on the floor. They would have kicked him in the nuts. Oh, yeah. They would have maced him. They would have stabbed him. And that's just not saying, and that's girls I know.
Yeah, like Erica Mena. Erica Mena would not have taken
that. I wouldn't say any chick, any girl I know, like any strong woman I know, is not just going to let a man sit there and beat on him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I seen my friends get stabbed by their girlfriend.
Really?
And still be back with
you. Actually saw it?
No, not me see it, but we heard about it. He got stabbed. My man stabbed with a butcher knife. He told me.
With a butcher knife?
Yes, but he's my guy.
Did he stay with the girl?
But you know what's fucked up?
Did he stay with the girl?
Yes, that's his girl. That's my man, though. I love him. I don't judge him for that. That's his girl. That's regular. Me, that's stuff you see in the neighborhood. And it's sad to say, we used to shootings, violence. It's regular to us where we come from. You understand what I'm saying? So for a P. Diddy and a Cassie, everybody know Cassie ain't built like that. She's a cool girl. She just seemed like a nice girl. You wouldn't even try to put a hand on her. But you dragging her down the hallway, nah, man. Girls we know, like, nigga, that nigga would have got stabbed, kicked in his nuts. The towel wouldn't even have been on. No Diddy. The towel wouldn't even have been on that nigga.
Well, I interviewed Roger Bonds about this whole situation.
Yeah, Bonds, my guy.
And I actually put you on FaceTime with him. And that was the first time you guys talked since prison, right?
And look, Bonds, yeah, that's the first time I spoke to him since prison. I was on Rikers Island with him, C-73, 2 lower. Mm-hmm. Shout to him, shout to my man Spank. They ran the house. Spank was he was blood, but his advantage was he was Spanish. So he knew, when how to speak Spanish. The Spanish guys liked him. And Bonds, Bonds was,
mm-hmm.
he was in the house slapping niggas up. You know what I'm saying? Not me, but other niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's my man.
No, he fucked with you.
Yeah, I was Tony Ayo in Population. Motherfuckers would make up stories. Yo, this nigga did this and did that. Like, cause there was a point where I had beef with a nigga, right? And I didn't even know I had beef. It was just like, I had hits on my head from certain niggas. I was supposed to have 20 grand on my head. A nigga couldn't rob me on the island, punk me on the island, because I'm not going back home to do that. I used to be on a bus and niggas be like, yo, I heard niggas stab Yayo up, because nobody knew what I looked like. They just knew Tony Ayo was on the island.
They're talking about you in front of you?
I'll be on a bus. Yo, I heard Tony Ayo just got poked up.
And you
Mind you, I was on the island with Styles P. He was in another, but at that time, Styles P was locked up. You know what I'm saying? So like, come on, bro. C-73, 2 low. He'll tell you, like, I'm walking around like it's not, and I don't try to glorify it, but I'm not gonna let no nigga take nothing out of my bucket or do nothing to me like that. Yeah, Benzino's a clown though. He's a nigga, he's a clout chaser nigga that he ain't got no money. Yeah. Benzino got money? You think Benzino got money?
No. And he had that video saying that the legal age of consent is 16 or something. That's when Coy Lorraine said, I'm done. Yeah,
I can't. That's pedophile. That was pedophile vibes. You know what I'm saying? But
and I
don't like to talk about that nigga because he gonna go on and try to like live off the clout. Nobody think about Eminem shut them niggas down years ago. Source Magazine was shut down years ago off one dude, Eminem. You dropped the ball.
Yeah. And I will say this, and I haven't mentioned this before, but I'll just put this on camera.
Benzino should have told you how I ran down on him in Miami. That's what he should have told you.
That's what he's mad at.
He should have told you how we ran down on the Miami. That's the year Suge got shot. I was an active nigga, bro. I was in the streets. Like, ain't nothing with me. I was never hiding as a rapper, bro. He should have told you how we ran down on him, me and my mans, and was like, yo, stop fucking talking about us in the Source Magazine. And that's the year Suge got shot. That's the year when there was 100,000 Zopound niggas in the street. Like, niggas act like it wasn't a lot of shit going on. Like, we ain't had beef with the Suges, the Worlds. I don't want to keep naming all these real street niggas we had beef with that are either in the feds, dead, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's one thing about G-Unit. Like, we wasn't trying to, it's just when you on top, motherfuckers gonna get at you. That's just how it is.
Yeah, man. I remember.
And that's how it was at that point, huh?
After one of my interviews with you, and I brought him up, and I think I mentioned that he had like threatened my payment person, so that's why we couldn't have him back on the show. Yeah. He sent me like all these voicemails and text messages. Yo, Vlad, I'm gonna fuck you up when I see you, and I'm prepared to go to prison, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at this going like, if I was a petty dude, I could hand this over to the police. This is a terrorist threat. But I'm not gonna do it.
Right.
Because I know that he's in a bad space. You know what I'm saying? But if I was petty, I could have been like, Vlad, I'm scared for my life, and here you go. I'm not going to do it though, Benzino. I'm going to let you just keep going on with your life. But you can't be doing shit like that. You can't be sending people especially who are civilians, threatening text messages like this.
Yeah,
it's going to catch up to you. Someone's going to call the police on you.
And if somebody,
I'm not going to do it, but someone's going to do it.
Right. And if he's threatening a person that's cutting him a check, right?
Exactly.
That means you're thirsty for money.
And it wasn't even that much money.
Now look.
It was like, Benzino, do you really think we're not going to pay you $1,000? Yeah. That's how much it was. It was $1,000.
Yeah.
Do you really think we're going to run off for $1,000 with you, Benzino?
Right.
The production cost me more than $1,000.
You know what it is with the industry? I've learned in the industry, people are smart enough to know that nobody's going to do nothing. Certain niggas are. So they carry themselves away like a Benzino talk about me or him or nigga talk about 50, and they'll feel like, all right, none of these niggas gonna do nothing until you run into the right nigga and something happen. And I'm not saying something's gonna happen. I'm just saying that's how people view shit like, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen. Because 9 times out of 10 in the industry, ain't nothing gonna happen. Sometimes shit just happen. And if it happened, it's some street shit.
Yeah, I mean, with you guys, something gonna happen.
Yeah,
I've seen enough of a track record.
If you don't know, I just look it up, man. It's always,
if you notice, I've never had any bad words about G-Unit.
G-Unit been kicking ass since 2005, man.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Lloyd Banks have had a few words here and there, but in general, I don't, in terms of you, 50, whatever, I don't talk about none of y'all.
Leave 50 alone, please.
Yeah, exactly.
He's fucking crazy.
Going back to the Diddy story real quick. After interviewing Roger Bonds and doing like a good 2.5 hour sit down.
Shout out to my man Roger Bonds.
What I realized at the end of the conversation, we talked about this in our interview, is the reality when you look at that whole relationship, Diddy and Cassie were both junkies at one point. They were possibly no, it's true. Vlad, they were popping pills the whole time. Bugging, Diddy was going in and out of rehab. They would sit there on these drug binges for 3-4 days and then go get IVs to try to recover.
It's not about that. It's about the abuse. That shit. Listen,
but the abuse comes with the drugs, is what I'm saying. You've never seen crackhead couples that are beating each other up all the time and then get back together?
What I'm saying is this. It's about the abuse. Like, all right, cool. There's dudes that, like, you ever see a dude arguing with his girl in the street and somebody just run up and get in the business or might knock you out and they don't even know what's going on. They just see you arguing with your girl. Those are usually the guys that seen their mother get beat. You got to always keep that in mind. Domestic violence, shit is real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit take you back to like motherfuckers that's why you see motherfuckers unfollowing Diddy, not fucking with him. That shit could take you back to your moms might have got slapped by your dad or dragged, and that shit is not cool, but it brings niggas back. And niggas will want to fuck you up just for no reason. These people don't love you. You think people love us in this industry? Come on. Once you think that, all the parties in the Ciroc going, these people don't love you, bro. It shows, because once some shit happen, who you got?
Yeah.
See, for me, I don't give a fuck, because I never been at a brunch, or was never my intentions. Like I said, the niggas that brought me into this game, I fuck with,
Slyde
and even if they didn't want to fuck with me, fine, I gotta make a way.
Radio.
That's how the game is, bro.
All on Slyde Radio.
Well, there you go. So if you're a billionaire and you make mistakes, and I don't.
Hold up. Welcome to Slyde TV, where everything is possible. I go by the name of Icy Graded Dawn, Louis Vuitton Amazing Blue. We're going 3 minutes. We're going to continue this interview on Slyde Radio, and shout out to everybody that's out there on Twitch. My bad, y'all. Let's get back in the show.
I don't have nowhere close to $1 billion. Like I tell you again, niggas gonna say, yo, you stupid. You just fucked up a bag. That's it. That's how the public view shit. If I fall and trip now, niggas gonna have a camera. Niggas, I done seen, a girl could be drowning or something, or a nigga could get shot. Niggas got the camera right there. People don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah.
So just pray and stay humble.
Right. And you fucked up lots of bags over the years.
Of course. Yeah. I remember there was times G-Unit was bagged from every club in New York City. No G-Unit, no Dipset. That was the shit. Hip Hop Police run every club. We couldn't get no club for years. I was number 1 on their fucking list at a point. But I don't glorify that shit. It was shit that was just happening.
Everybody that's on Slyde TV, go to Slyde Radio. Go to Slyde Radio. Everybody that's on Slyde TV right now, go to Slyde Radio. We're going. Everybody on Twitch, you good over there on Twitch, and everybody go on Slyde Radio Uncut. If you're on Slyde TV, just go ahead and slide over there. You understand me? We ain't here, man. It's a good interview though. It's a good interview. We ain't done. We rocking. I'm just shutting the Slyde TV down. Thank everybody that came through. It's over here to Slyde Radio. If you're listening in, if you on Slyde TV, welcome to Slyde TV.
Yeah. Yeah, remember, we talked about this last time. You got out of prison, or you got out of jail, used your brother's passport, and went right back to jail.
Right. But see, my whole thing was, too, I love the streets. So when I had Bentleys and I had Benzes, I love to go to fucking Harlem, Queens, Brooklyn. I love the streets. Like, and sometimes you got to realize the streets don't love you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I love the streets, but until this day, I still love the streets, but I don't hang out on corners and kick it like that. If it ain't about money, I usually don't come outside, but
Buster cannot wear this to humor Harmony.
Yeah, I mean, you know how 50 is, man. 50's crazy, man. It's all humor, man.
That outfit is
Then
horrible.
I seen Buster post something up, but you see, you know, 50 is crazy. He could dish what he takes. So you fuck with him on who you think is the 5 people? Let's think of the 5 people I would never want to argue with on the internet. 50. Who would you say? Look, hold on. Let me give my 5. 50. Charleston White. Right?
I've argued with him before.
But he keeps going with Charleston White. Whack 100, you would say?
Okay.
Who else would you put there? I know 50, Charleston White, Whack 100. Who
Kendrick Lamar?
I'm just you talking about Instagram. I mean,
Instagram. He's not an IG guy.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just
Better designs make more profit when it comes to print on demand. And now you can make pro quality designs without any technical skills.
You love Kendrick right now. You ain't fucking with Drake right now. Come on, we got to be able to go to Canada.
I'm fucking with Drake. I'm a Drake fan.
No, I felt like it was a good battle, man.
No, it was a great battle. Okay, so I see where you're going with this.
I'm
okay,
saying
50,
like
social media.
50, you don't want to fuck with 50 on there. He'll kill you on the gram. I said Charleston White because Charleston White he goes crazy. Whack 100 because Whack 100 will put up your address and all kinds.
1090 Jake.
You think 1090?
He'll put out some paperwork on you didn't even know existed.
That's true too.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different thing. I'm just saying like
Boosie.
Yeah.
Boosie will go hard at you.
Yeah.
Because remember, Boosie and Blue were going at it.
Boosie.
And then, unfortunately, Boosie's my man, but I don't agree. He basically pointed out that Young Blue's child, I think, was autistic, and he kind of took a shot at that.
I like Young Blue, Boosie. I like both of them. I try to stay out of it. Hopefully, they can work it out. You know.
Yeah.
They both got a lot of money. I kind of stay out of their issues, but if they fuck with Blue hard, and niggas fuck with Boosie hard, but it's the industry. You just stay out the way. You stay out of people's beef. When I got beef, I don't expect nobody to jump in anything for me.
Yeah, me too.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. But you know how the industry is. You have to choose a side.
Unfortunately.
Right.
And trying to be neutral sometimes gets you messed up on both sides.
Right.
Both people stop fucking with you by being neutral.
Yeah, right. And people could look at it a certain way. That's like what you were saying with the Game thing. Like, yeah, Game at the show, that might have been good, but when Game Eminem, Dre, he might be thinking about Dre's there.
Oh yeah,
Dre. But he's saying he don't got no beef with Dre. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you do shit like that, sometimes, people don't forget. You got to think the gatekeepers, the guys with we call them gatekeepers, or you would just say to get money motherfuckers. The motherfuckers.
I don't know if there really are gatekeepers.
There ain't no gatekeepers. The richest motherfuckers, like,
yeah, you can say that.
When you get into a certain part of rich, right, Vlad? It's just like if somebody says something about you, it's over for life.
Yeah, it's all relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're I think that's what people don't understand, right? Like
you might could reconcile.
I feel like in order to reconcile, you have to be in a similar space as that person. If that person is way above you, they have no reason to reconcile with you.
Right. If a person is way on a whole nother level, there's
no reason for them to step down and work it out with you.
They don't even need to talk to you.
Ever.
Like
in life.
Yeah. And that's why, I respect certain artists because, they've been to a certain level and they still do shit.
Yeah.
As for the community, like 50 with the G-Unity Foundation, the G-Unity shit, like them kids they learn all kinds of shit. They get to go to all the suites that 50 got in Houston and all these places. They get to learn things, you know what I'm saying? And giving back is important, right? When you look at Pablo, right, he killed a lot of people, right, which wasn't good.
Escobar?
But they always, they hit him because why? Because he gave back to the community.
That's why they hit him?
No, I'm saying that they hit him, like put him in.
Oh, they're hiding him.
He could be in fucking a town and nobody would tell with a big bounty on his head, $1 million bounty.
Yeah.
I had $1 million bounty on my head and on the run, motherfuckers is he's right here. Motherfucker, you might know might call like, yo, man, he's right here. But Escobar, he had fucking millions on his head and nobody told on him because he was giving back. Even though
still got caught though, still got killed.
Huh? He still got
by the authorities.
Man, he blew up a fucking government building. What the fuck?
He blew up a plane also.
Yeah, he blew up a plane, supposedly.
No, there is no supposedly. He blew up a plane.
Let me stop saying it.
Yeah,
he blew up, he was
trying to kill a politician who wasn't even on that plane.
To me, what's crazy as the tank blowing up the fucking evidence room. That was crazier than Connor. Well, the plane had innocent people, God bless.
Yeah.
But to blow up the courthouse, that was fucking crazy.
Well, I had Whack 100 on my show again recently. He's now a regular guest.
Yes.
Funny how life works sometimes. Me and him were beefing for 10 years, and then we got on the phone and just laughed it off.
Yeah, right.
And now he's a regular guest on the show.
Right.
And for the longest time, like, I felt like I solved, the Tupac murder case. You know what I mean? Like, I got, when Keefe D came in and told the whole story, plus with the book, it was like, all right, this is all laid out. All the pieces fit together. Whatever happens in court is what happens in court. But I felt like, in my mind, I was fairly sure about what happened to Tupac. It was, he jumped Orlando, and then there was retaliation.
Right.
This is a normal occurrence with these, with people who are into this type of lifestyle. But for the longest time, when people ask me about the Biggie murder, I'm like, I really don't know. But Whack 100 got on my show yesterday, not yesterday, but the last time he was on, and he said that Poochie was the one that killed Biggie. Poochie was a Mob Piru blood. He knew Suge. I don't know if Suge, I'm not saying Suge was involved in it, but he said that. Mob James said Poochie. Greg Kading said Poochie. Vanilla Ice in our first interview said he knows who killed Biggie, and I brought up the Poochie name. He goes, yep, that's what I heard too.
The shooter was paid to do that, right? He's dead, right? And it was
the guy who shot Biggie.
Yeah, he's
and
dead.
You're saying you know who that is?
Everybody know who that is, right? Is
he still alive?
No, he's dead.
So can you say who it is?
Dead. Named Poochie.
Who do you think killed Biggie?
I think Poochie was involved. I think Suge Knight orchestrated it through his, at the time, girlfriend / baby mama. I think she was the intermediary between Suge and at least one of the co-conspirators. I do believe Poochie was directly involved.
When you hear that name Poochie, does it sound familiar at all?
Yep.
Or? Yeah?
Yep. It's my answer.
When you hear the theory that Poochie was the shooter, what is your take on it?
Right on.
So it seems to me that this dude Poochie was the one that killed Biggie.
I don't know. Is he still alive?
No, he's dead.
Oh. Well
Poochie's dead, yeah.
Well, I could say this. I mean, me being an artist, bags do exist. I had bags on my head. 50 had bags on his head. Like, bags exist. A motherfucker could drop a bag, and that's why I try to be humble, because you never know who somebody is. Bags do exist. Motherfuckers, I had bags on me supposedly on Rikers. I had bags on me in the streets.
How much did you have? What was the most you ever had on your head that you knew of?
I would probably say probably 50,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're walking around knowing there's 50,000 on your head.
Yeah, in jail, I think it was 20. And then in the streets, I think it was 50,000. I think for 50, it was like, I don't know. It might have been, I don't know, but it was 50,000 on me.
Yeah. And I remember.
Supposedly. Huh?
And I remember, if you look at.
supposedly 20 on me and on the island too.
I don't know if you remember this, but one of our early interviews before Vlad TV, when I was doing DVDs, that would come to you in
bags
offices.
exist not only in the industry. Everybody, bags exist just in the street. A motherfucker you could do something. Let's just be real. You could do something to a nigga with money, right? He might not be as crazy as you, but he got money. It's the streets. He could go get money, and you think a motherfucker cares? Motherfuckers come get the bag. So when you high profile, it's just more on that. You know what I'm saying? When you're a high profile artist, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I was going to say, one of my first, it may have actually been our first interview that we ever did in unit offices.
Yeah.
I had the camera. I was holding it myself. This is during my DVD days. I remember you came into the office, you took off your sweatshirt, and you had a bulletproof vest.
Right. I had bulletproof vest, bulletproof truck.
Right. And I remember when you guys first came out, you guys had the bulletproof vest. It's sort of like their little, as sort of your uniforms in a way, the Gina uniforms.
Right.
But you actually had a real
vest.
Military bulletproof vest on.
Right.
And this wasn't something you were showing off on camera. You literally were walking around New York like
times
this.
If we would have got pulled over, it would have been like Bobby Smurda and them guys.
Oh, because the vest is illegal too, right?
No, because we had the vest with the gun to match.
Okay, yeah.
You can't have a vest without a gun. We had the vest with the gun match. It used to be 14 niggas with 14 guns. Everybody used to carry guns. And then when I was on the run, Fifth was like, yo, you shouldn't carry the gun no more. You know what I'm saying? And I just stopped carrying around that time. But it used to be 14 niggas, 14 guns. Wasn't nobody holding nobody down when everybody got it. That was the mentality. But God willing, we beat the odds. And that's why when you look at G Unit as a whole and you look at 50 Cent, we the guys that really, really beat the odds. We had beef. We had issues in the streets. We sold records, more records than a lot of rappers. And we was a successful group. We had fucking video games that sold millions. You know, sneakers that sold millions. Clothes.
I heard that 50's bringing back the G-Unit sneakers.
Yeah, he should bring back the Reeboks.
I remember seeing some news about it.
I think Shaq and Iverson got that going. Shout to Shaq and Iverson.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe, listen, 50 be on the phone. It's $100 million deals every day you hear about. He might be on the phone with Tyler Perry. He might be on the phone with Shaq. He might be on the phone with fucking people from Netflix, Stars, these places, anywhere. You just never know. You just sit back and you watch and you be like, damn, it's amazing how far we came.
This is why I stopped shopping on Amazon, and you should too. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
Watch this. I can show you how to get the sweetest deals online when you shop from major retailers like Amazon and Target. You can drop prices automatically. I can show you how, but I can't do it for you. People are saving real money doing this. $160 million in the last year. Across thousands of different retailers, you'll immediately see this. See what I mean? You'll see.
Well, right, because he sold his Diddy documentary to Netflix.
Oh, shit. I was hearing about that. I see it on TMZ. Shout to 50.
I thought he was just trolling.
Let's clap for 50 and Netflix, y'all. Come on.
How you doing?
Come on, man.
Hey, I'm doing great, thanks. Here in Minneapolis, all the way from South Africa, on Slyde TV. Woo!
Okay, he's
Listen,
trolling.
I think 50 is an alien. He doesn't sleep, man. And I don't want to talk about him too much on this because I don't know how much he likes you. Nah, I'm only fucking with you. Nah, he fucks with you.
Yeah, I'm cool with 50.
I'm only fucking with you, Black. Nah, yeah. But 50 don't sleep, man. Like he's a guy, like I said, his work ethic is fucking, you never see nothing like this.
Mm-hmm.
You never see a guy, come off we on tour, work out 2 times a day. Then he goes on fucking movie set. And then we at the venue 4 hours early. Then he's reading scripts in his room. You know what I'm saying? You never seen a guy do so much. He makes every artist feel lazy.
Well, Bun B had a robbery situation that happened.
Shout to Bun. Yeah,
that's my man.
That's my man, Trill Burgers. You ever had a Trill Burger?
I haven't. I've been to Houston recently.
You gotta come. I love Houston, man. Shout out to Houston, man. I love it out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna come out there.
So I'm
actually supposed to do a feature on Trill Burgers when I'm out there.
Yeah. I already know the guy that came in his house.
Came in his house. An armed robber came in his house.
Stand your ground, baby. This is what I go.
I think he pointed the gun at his wife or something. Bun went and got the gun. The guy I think ran to the garage and he shot the car up in the garage and then called the police. And then the guy's getting sentenced, and then Bun B goes to sentencing and he talks about the situation. Right. I think he actually cried on the stand talking about the trauma that his wife went through. And people are like, oh, Bun B snitching. Pimp C would approve of this.
Listen, let me explain something to you. Motherfuckers could say everything and sound gangster until they're in that situation. Like you ever hear the nigga said, if I was there, I would have did this.
Yeah.
It's always that motherfucker like that. If somebody comes into your house and you stand your ground and you kill him, yeah, you got to go report that. Just like when Gucci killed the nigga, he got his lawyer. They're going to go to the shit. Mm-hmm. Yo, I just killed this man. All right, cool. Here's the threats. Here's that. That's not snitching.
I agree. I think the whole thing is stupid.
That's stand your ground. If you kill a nigga and you got to go, you can't just kill a nigga and say, yo, I killed him. No, you're going to kill him. They're going to take your weapon, right?
Yeah.
They're going to take that weapon. They're going to they might book you or whatever, but you got your lawyer. Stand the ground, just like niggas broke in Gucci crib. Gucci ain't no snitch.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure his lawyer had to do certain things, right? So niggas always got something to say.
Yeah, man, listen, a lot of people
niggas got your wife with a gun to her, and niggas like, you kill a nigga. You don't kill a nigga, you shoot at the nigga. Yeah. He don't die, and now you got to go to court. How does that make you a snitch?
Yeah, no, listen, I think it's stupid. I would have done the same thing.
Stand your ground.
I would have done the same thing, especially if it was in my house with my wife. I'd be like, fuck this dude. I'm taking the stand, and I want to have him go away forever.
That's the difference we said between New York and other states who stand your ground.
Yeah.
You should be able to stand your ground. I'm not saying violence is always going to be there, but I seen dudes get their gun license and, a nigga sneeze, they pull out, and then you got niggas that get their gun license and they calm.
Yeah.
Right. How many licensed guys? They'll be regular guys. They licensed, do security, and they don't want to shoot nobody, But if they have to,
Yeah.
they will.
You know, I have guns in my house. I never use them. I never have to. I don't just sit there and play around with it.
Man, come on, bro. You took me to the Calabasas Country Club.
Exactly. Man. Yeah, I mean, listen,
I
I remember some years back, and this was a very kind of interesting moment in our history, where I interviewed No Plug, because he had basically returned fire with Bankroll Fresh. And he ended up killing him.
Yeah, everybody's
seen
that.
Yeah, and he came and did the interview with me first. And me and Charlamagne had a falling out over that. You know what I'm saying? We stopped talking for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
And then TMZ actually put out the footage where you actually see Bankroll Fresh kind of waving around.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the rifle.
That came out.
And then, you know, right before the shooting. And then, me and Charlamagne had to have a conversation. He was like, yo, bro, you're right. I'm sorry. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm glad y'all good on that, because Charlamagne, my guy. I just seen him at the Andrew Schultz show. I didn't know he was like filling stadiums like that, man.
Yeah, Schultz is doing it big, man.
Me and 50 and Murder came out. And we I think it was Madison Square. It was fucking packed, man.
Yeah, man. He's doing his thing.
Fuck, man.
He's doing his thing. But yeah, man, listen, like, stand your ground is a very weird thing depending on where you are. You know, like I said, if Taxstone had been in Florida, he'd probably have no time at all. But in New York, in a packed nightclub, he's a felon with a gun. You know, me and you had a conversation about this. If he just had a knife,
if you knife
he'd
game,
be podcasting right now.
Yeah, knife game is good, but you know how it is out here.
Yeah.
That's why I tell the young boys now, like, why get a felony and carry a gun illegally when you could go move down south and you could go carry as many guns as you want. You could go buy whatever you want. You want 40, you want...
Yeah, you could have them exposed if you want. You could have them on your hip, walk into a store with it. It's all legal.
When you go down south, it's different. Like, you motherfuckers got mini Dracos come out. Like, that shit is regular to them down south. That's why the down south is way different. They don't like coming to New York. Down south niggas don't like coming to New York. They like, man, I can't bring my shit in. Fuck that.
No, I mean, my man, Sebastian Telfair, who's a regular on my show, he was moving from Florida back to New York, and he had some guns in his car. He gets pulled over. They searched the car. He had to go to Rikers for a little bit. He was on, had an ankle monitor for like 5 years, couldn't leave the state. Like, he went through it. And this is all, the paperwork is out. He's done with it and everything else like that. But it was just one little thing, carrying a gun where it was probably legal in Florida back into New York.
And then it's the fucked up thing for them, for the young boys. You got to remember, the reason why New York raised the time for guns, because remember, when I got caught with a gun, that shit was nothing.
Yeah.
Motherfucker get caught with a gun, go to C-74, do 6 months, go out, get another gun. You get caught with a gun, you get a year. I got caught with a P89 Ruger and got shot. There's no way that'll happen now. Now you get caught with a gun, give him 3.5, give him 3. First time, give him 2, send him to the mountains. Before, you be on the island. You wouldn't even leave. That's why they raised it in 2007. I never forgot. Shout out to my lawyer, Scott Lehman. Call me. They raised the gun shit. You get way more time.
Yeah, no, I don't fuck around.
6 months for a gun.
I don't fuck around, because I remember in 2013 when I was moving from New York to LA, and I had 2 legal guns in New York. And I was trying to go through the transfer process, and they made it so hard for you. I remember leaving my guns at One Police Plaza in New York, and I literally couldn't transfer them. And I was thinking, maybe I'll just throw it in a car.
So what's the laws now they got? Because they saying
they're starting to change. They're starting to change.
But it's still not standing your ground.
Court. No, it's not standing your ground. But for example, I heard.
So what,
like
jewelers and certain owners can have pistols?
They've always been able to get.
I know them, but now
now regular citizens, I think they're having to loosen up the concealed carry because it's a federal thing.
Depending on your Instagram, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, something.
I don't know. But now concealed carries in LA are way more common.
They said they're going to judge shit off your Instagram with that license.
Possibly, man. And look, I ended up literally losing 2 of my guns. Like, they're probably still in the police station, or they sold them or whatever else. But my thing is, I'd rather be careful as opposed to getting caught with 2 guns that'll be deemed illegal, trying to transfer them interstate.
You can have a gun.
I just said, forget it. Guns aren't that expensive.
You can have a gun license out of state. You come to New York, you getting fried. That's it.
Exactly.
But that's why I say, like, if you a gun enthusiastic, like Black Rambo on Instagram and certain niggas, then move down south. You ever seen Black Rambo on Instagram?
I think so, yeah.
He could fill his whole room up with guns legally. So, I tell people all the time, if that's what you into, if you like guns, which, is dangerous, that's a dangerous hobby. You know what I'm saying? But if you like guns, Go down south.
Yeah. Don't live in New
You ain't
York.
got don't catch no felonies and go down south.
Exactly. Well, the YSL case is still going.
Oh my God.
And it's a mess.
Free Young Thug, man. This shit's like the OJ trial. How long it's been? 2-3 years?
Yeah, a couple of years now.
Give him time served in the 10 years probation, man. Free Young Thug.
Young Thug's lawyer, Brian Steele, was arrested in court.
Yeah, that was some bullshit. Because he had information that he didn't want to give the judge.
Right. He didn't want to snitch. And you know something? And
Sometimes the lawyer is smarter than the judge. 9 times out of 10. And they get pissed.
Yeah, when you get a top lawyer like that?
Yeah. And you know what? Free Thug, man. He's been locked up for long enough. And out there, they give like 10 years probation. They don't do that in New York. They give motherfuckers, you take 10, 15 years probation. They're not doing that here. Out here, you got to do your time, huh?
Well, yeah. Remember, Brian Steele's lawyer, he said that if he's locked up, he wants to be in the cell with Young Thug to work on their case. Yeah, this is like the world's best lawyer.
Shout to his lawyer.
His
Brian
phone is
Steele,
probably blowing up.
Yeah. I heard there was like a courtroom of lawyers in there for him. So he's come on, bro. He looks like a good guy. And he's fighting for his client. Free Thug, man. Free Thug, man. Yo, say free Thug, right?
Free Thug.
See, my young boys want Thug out of there, man. Huh?
Yeah. Did you watch the YSL Woody taking the stand?
I didn't watch it. I just seen the thing when he told the prosecutor she smelled.
Yeah. No, the lawyer. I think that his backup lawyer.
Was it the prosecutor?
I think it was his.
He was like,
I don't know who it was. Man. But then, like, you know what I didn't really understand?
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and the celebrations, but for all the hard work it took to get there. We are in for all of it. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Kayla from Kansas City and thousands of other bankers around the country. Because together we're proving there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Vistaprint prints everything to get your brand in front of your fans, like t-shirts, water bottles, and totes, so everyone can gift it, work in it, and take it. Whether it's one of a kind or one for your whole team, if you need it, we print it with 25% off for new customers at Vistaprint.com.
Because I always thought that you could plead the fifth on everything.
I mean, for me, look, I've been subpoenaed, like with the Jimmy Henchman case. I got subpoenaed, and I call my lawyer and I tell him, yo, listen, I'll go to jail before you put me on the stand, because I got subpoenaed. The Fed subpoenaed me. You know, I've been through it all. I told you it was 1 year I had feds and homicide at my door, and I ain't do shit. But like I said, I got subpoenaed, and I called Scott Lehman, and I called 50, and 50, you know, I'm not trying to go to court. And if I call 50, and 50 be like, yo, this is what you do. That's why I always respect him and always talk about him. Sometimes people think I might talk about him too much, but he's the kind of guy, if you in a situation, you know, like, yo, Fifth, man, you know, feds is on my neck. They subpoena me. You know what I mean? Yo, look, we're going to call a lawyer, call Scott. You ain't going to go to court. So for me, I think even sitting on the stand just looks strange. For if you're a civilian, cool. But if you have any kind of street bone in your body, I just think it's not going to be accepted. You're going to be alienated. You're going to be hated. Like, they're going to fuck with your kids. They're going to say your kids is fathers of a rat. It's like one of the worst things you could do if you have a street bone in your body. But if you're a civilian, it's not a problem. Somebody punch you in the eye, you can call the police. You see something, you can call the police. That's kind of on you. But, you know, with the internet and everything now, you're going to get alienated, of course, man. You know what I mean?
Well, in that case, what I learned, which was interesting, was for YSL Woody, he tried to plead the fifth. But then the judge explained to him that you have immunity and you can't plead the fifth.
Because you had a deal already or something like that, right?
Yeah.
He had a deal with them already.
So basically, by him trying to plead the fifth, they sent him back to jail.
Yeah, that's a state case, so they're gonna railroad him. That's it. They're gonna try to hit him one more time because they gave him a deal and he took it back. You know how that shit go. Just like with the feds. Like the feds railroad you. Who you think put out the Cassie tape? What did he?
Yeah, it might be the feds.
CNN had it first, nigga. Who the fuck you think put that out? I've been in the feds and in the state. They were skid bids. I did probably a year on the island. I did shock, and then I got out on shock, and I went to jail the next day and was in the feds, MDC. And which is a hole in jail, but you'll hear a reception of jail, but you'll hear all the stories of, you know what I'm saying? Of all the shit that's crazy in the feds. Feds a whole nother world.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, the feds are actually having a grand jury right now over Diddy. You know that, right?
Of course, yeah, the 7th District. You see that.
So
do you realize I could say to you, we could be on the phone and I could say, yo, Vlad, I want to kill him. And if my phone is tapped, that's conspiring right there. Do you realize you could sell? Because I read the Fed guidelines when I was in the Feds for that little bit of time. I had 6 months, so I was in MDC. That's really not a federal jail; it's a reception. It's a jail, not a prison, right? MDC, MCC, and you will read cases of motherfuckers selling the Feds fake bricks, and it could be sugar, flour. And the Feds still charge them
it's intent
for the fucking fake bricks. It's not even work.
It's intent.
So it's like, that's come on. You don't want to fuck with the Feds. Once they at your doors, to me, it's somewhat over.
Right. I actually had, Martin Shkreli. You know who that is? That's the pharma dude, the pharma bro. He had the Wu-Tang album. He was beefing with Ghostface.
He had the medical pharmaceutical shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
He was trying to sell a medicine for extra money, whatever.
Yeah,
he bought the first Wu-Tang album, right?
Exactly.
So he in the Fed still. He's out now.
No, he's out. Yeah,
okay.
He was just here the other day. We just interviewed him. And what
he's a
happened
very
was
interesting character.
Very interesting.
What did he spend on that Wu-Tang album? $2 million, $3 million?
How much did he spend? I think 800,000.
I thought he would,
or maybe 1.5 million.
He spent like 1.5 on that Wu-Tang.
He spent 1.5. Yeah.
Did it ever come out?
No, it was bought by another. It was bought by this other company called Pleaser Down.
Didn't the Feds take it though?
No, the Feds didn't take it. He ended up selling it. What had happened was he actually got arrested for like stock fraud, and then when that happens, essentially all your assets you can't sell them. They're sort of in a bubble in a way.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So then he ended up selling it later on, but at the time, because there's potential damages, he couldn't sell anything. So it's a little bit of a misnomer.
Oh, I didn't know you.
But what happened was, so he gets arrested for stock fraud. So he gets out on bail. While he's on bail, he's on social media and talking his shit.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And he made a tweet. He said, hey, because there was the rumor that Hillary Clinton was a lizard, right? She was a lizard woman. Like, you know what I mean?
Right,
it's a weird conspiracy shit. Says, for everyone who thinks Hillary Clinton's actually a lizard, next time she does a book signing, I'll pay $5,000 for one of her hairs so I could see if she's really a lizard or a human.
I made a joke that she was a lizard person, okay, which is a meme about, the Illuminati and stuff like that. And I said, this is a lizard person. I need her DNA to test if she's a lizard person or not. Okay. And that if she left hair behind on a recent book tour, I'll pay $5,000 for it if you found it on the floor or something. This was a joke.
We went to jail over this joke.
Yeah.
Okay. Probation violation. Back to jail.
That's threatened.
And he was like, yo, it's a joke. Who really thinks that she's a lizard?
Listen. When I was on state parole and fed probation at the same time. And I had Scott Lehman in my corner. Mark Gann was another lawyer for Queens. And Edward Hammond was my lawyer, probation lawyer. See, people don't understand. I always tell you, there's different lawyers for different things. You have a lawyer for body murders. You got a lawyer for a state case. You got a lawyer for federal. You might have a lawyer for probation, parole, travel.
Yeah, appeals.
Fifth got all of them.
Yeah.
Appeals, all that. So at that time, I'm traveling. I'm dealing with Edward Hammond, and my federal lawyer is Scott Lehman. So they'll tell you, like, if I even hang with a felon on federal probation, that's a violation. If I threaten somebody online, that's a violation. If I'm late on my curfew, that's what I'm a violation. Because we actually was on a label where people cared about us. Shout out to everybody that worked at G Unit as well as Violator. Rest in peace, Chris Slyde. There's some people, not all of them, but there's some people that actually cared about us, that made sure I get home on curfew, made sure on tour I can't be around felons, because it's all violations. You got to know the fucking laws or you be right back in,
Suge Knight podcast claimed that Diddy had been an FBI informant for years.
I might.
Would that surprise you?
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to put that label on anybody. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers will say shit about us. Yo, them niggas is police. Them niggas is federal. Them niggas. But it's never been, you know what I'm saying? It's never been fucking ever see us on paperwork or anything. People make shit up, basically.
Right.
So I don't want to be a person to say He's a federal informant, but Suge was around. Suge got the information. That's all I can say. Suge was around.
Yeah.
That shit was, like I said, it was real. That's why I said Big and Pac felt like Kendrick and Drake. Because if you go to Canada on some shit, motherfuckers gonna get you. You go to LA, yo, he said this. Motherfucker might punch you in your eye. That's when it starts to get serious. So I know what Boosie was saying, back to what he's saying, because back in the days, come on, Biggie and Tupac beef sold how many magazines?
Yeah.
Vibe.
Yeah, no,
Source.
listen, when Tretch was here, he blamed the Biggie and Tupac beef over that Vibe cover.
Yeah,
East versus West.
East Coast, West versus Coast was one
they
of
were
the most,
first ones to coin that.
That was one of the most historical things in hip hop that a lot of, like the Gen Z, they probably know now that we're talking about it.
Yeah.
I remember that vibe. East Coast versus West Coast.
Yeah.
Right?
With Biggie and Diddy on the cover.
Yeah. Because what we do is sometimes the media, we do amp shit up where bodies could drop. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you never know what could happen. Motherfuckers got shot at Drake crib, right?
Do you think that was really the end of the battle when his bodyguard got shot in front of his house in Toronto? It seemed like at that point Drake just stopped doing anything.
I think the battle's not over.
You don't think so? Drake has removed all the Kendrick references off his IG. He took down the song. He's not responding.
But Kendrick just had the
Kendrick is doing a victory lap.
Right? Okay. So, but what I'm saying is, like I said, Drake is Drake and Kendrick is Kendrick. They're both two of the biggest artists in the world, right?
But I think look, that when
all Drake, look, we can say what we want to say. All Drake got to do is he got numerous hits. Every time we count Drake out, he comes back with a fucking hit. That's all I'm saying. All he got to do is come back with a #1 record. The kids are gonna be dancing just like they dancing to the They Not Like Us or whatever. Because it was fairly even until the They Not Like Us. And there's people that still think Drake won because Drake sells more records. And there's people that think Kendrick won. Everybody's gonna have an opinion. What I'm saying is it was good for hip hop as long as nobody gets shot. That's it.
When was the last time I took a road trip? How many national parks could I hit in 2 weeks? What about hotels? Wait, hey, Erica, how much am I spending on travel?
When your questions about life turn into questions about money, there's Erica, the virtual financial assistant to help you spend, save, and plan smarter. Only from Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? Erica is only available in the English language. You must download the latest version of the mobile banking app, only available on select mobile devices. Your chat may be recorded and monitored for quality assurance. Message and data rates and additional terms may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
But someone got shot.
Yeah, but that was
the bodyguard got shot.
Yeah, I don't know.
And think about it. Like, I'm not saying Kendrick had anything to do with it. I don't think it doesn't make any sense. It could happen in Canada.
We ain't gonna say that.
No, we're not gonna say that.
That's all the way in Canada.
It's all the way in Canada.
Yeah,
right. You're not sending someone to Canada. It's ridiculous. But what I'm saying is, when Drake's bodyguard got shot in front of his house, and I remember me and Boosie were talking about this. What if his son was randomly outside with his bodyguard? His son could have gotten killed. And I think that's when Drake said this is too close to home because it's actually at my home. And you can relate to that because your mom's house got shot up.
You think motherfuckers care about me or you when they wake up in the morning? Some motherfuckers wake up with the mentality to crash out.
Yeah.
They don't care. That's the world we live in, and it's fucked up to say because you got some good people here too. But that's the mentality. Like, I'm a demon, crash out. You do this to me, I'm gonna do this to you. You put your hands on a nigga. Like I said, the shooters are 15. You think you could fucking do something to one of these little kids now? They might pull out a gun bigger than me and you. That's the times we're in now.
Yeah.
It's different times. Like I said, you see the shooting in Manhattan? Look at the age difference. Read the news, right? 16, the niggas on the corner, 37, 40-something, 40-something. I'm 40-something. I'm not going to be on the corner.
Yeah.
So it's like, when I look at that situation, the niggas that's older wasn't even supposed to be on the block. My time is, we did that already. It's the young niggas' time. And not saying what he did was right or justified because he got caught. And now he gonna get a shit full of time. You got a double homicide. They look at you as like a fucking, caught him 2 days later, off the cameras. They look at him as a fucking, we gotta get him off the street. You almost caught a triple homicide. Fuck, triple? 3 people?
Well, Keefe D is still locked up, but when I interviewed Whack 100 last time, he said he's going to actually put up the bail $750,000. He'll put up 10% and then get Keefe out and start doing a little documentary on him.
Keefe D got a bail. He's supposed to be home.
That's up to law
He's supposed to be
enforcement.
home in the next month. I've been thinking about going to bail him out.
You gonna bail out Keefe D?
Yeah, it's only $75,000.
Well, because it's $1 million bond?
Like $750.
$750, so you got to put up $75,000.
Yeah, I've been thinking about going to get him and what the stipulations that I do the series on him. People will watch it.
And then it was just announced that I believe next week Keefe has a hearing because he said he came up with the bail. And from what I understand, unless I'm wrong, because I haven't totally confirmed this, but I'm hearing that WAC 100 actually posted his bail and Keefe's getting out.
I mean, Keefe D getting out, man. He gonna talk, man.
You think so? I don't think he's going to talk anymore.
No, I mean he's going to tell. He's going to tell. Well, oh yeah, he got the case. So
he got the case now.
But if he got an agreement, I mean, he was talking before the case.
I think he's probably going to talk privately to the cameras. WAC 100 recording it, and then it'll probably get released after the court case is done.
Right.
That's what I think will happen. And I mean, WAC doing that, it makes business sense. I can see why he's doing it.
Well, WAC is a businessman.
Yeah.
I mean, you see what he did with Blueface and help Game, and he and his online presence is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh man, he does numbers on my platform. That's why.
I don't listen. I don't hate on nobody. I just sit back and I just analyze the game. Like I said, there's just certain niggas on. He's one of them niggas on the internet you might not want to argue with.
Yeah, well, WAC and 50 had conversations like in the club and everything.
Oh yeah,
he was actually trying to squash the whole game.
Listen,
shit.
Listen. What me, Banks, Buck, Game did was historical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all sold records. Game sold hella records. You know what I'm saying? And we all took care of our families and everything. Looking back on all the dumb shit is crazy sometimes. We all make mistakes, but what's growing? You got responsibility and fault, right? Right? It's your responsibility to make sure you take care of what you got to take care of, right? Right? And your fault is when you do something shit. You know what I'm saying? Fault is when you fuck up, and responsibility is for you to clean it up. That's it. So when you learn this is my fault, oh, okay, 50 didn't have to do what he had to do for people, because a regular executive in a regular executive business, scenario, 50 wasn't supposed to be our friends. It was supposed to be business. Jay-Z, them motherfuckers wasn't his friends. Chris, Siegel, and all them niggas and Young Guns and them, he wasn't showing up to shit and helping them. He wasn't coming to BET in 106. He was our friend. So when you mix a friendship with business, sometimes it gets crazy. You know what I'm saying?
According to the prosecution, a key witness in Keefe D's case is Foxy Brown.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Right. Now, I interviewed.
That shit crazy.
That shit's crazy. Because I remember when I did my first interview with Keefe, because we read his book. So in the book, what Keefe said was that, after Orlando got jumped.
Hold on, before you keep going, I can't say you're federal, because that's what these young boys got to understand, because all of this shit.
It's out there.
It's documented.
It's all documented.
Right. It's all
documented.
Everything is all out on the internet.
All of it.
It ain't snitching. You just saying.
I'm reiterating. I'm not breaking any news here.
Yeah.
Right.
So I know exactly what you're going to say with the nigga named Zip.
Zip. Eric Von Zip. Yeah. So according to Keefe in his book,
Foxy was in the room.
Well, he said he met up after Orlando got jumped. They went and met up with Eric Von Zip, and Eric Von Zip was cool with the Southside dudes and Diddy and all that.
I know
and in fact, Roger Bond said that Zip was dating Diddy's mom at the time.
Oh shit, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Roger Bond interview came out yet?
Yeah, it's out.
Oh shit, I gotta check that out.
Yeah. So
Diddy's mom, that's crazy.
Yeah. So what happened was, according to the book, they went and got the gun from Eric Von Zip, and when they were getting it, Foxy Brown was right there. So Keefe's defense, according to his lawyer, was that he made all this up. He wasn't even in Las Vegas at the time. But the prosecution is trying to get Foxy Brown on the stand to say that she saw this gun get exchanged.
Yeah.
Do you know Foxy at all?
I think I met her once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't like me.
Oh, all right.
She got mad over an interview that I think Saigon did for me.
I met her brother Gab.
She told me to suck her dick, and then she blocked me.
Damn, son. Everybody hates Fly.
Everybody hates Fly. Based on what you know about Foxy, do you think that she's someone that would take the stand, or do you think she just doesn't want to be any part of this?
She's from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn girl who's like, nah, leave me out of it.
No way.
That's what I think too.
No way she taking no stand. They're gonna have to send her ass to jail. I don't think she's gonna do it.
Well, if you get subpoenaed, can't you just say I don't remember?
Yeah, but niggas don't want to take the stand. Like when I got subpoenaed, I'd rather take the jail time. Because I think if you don't show up to court or take the stand, when you get subpoenaed, you could do jail time.
How much jail time could they give you? They can't keep you there forever, can they?
A couple of months.
Couple of months?
Yeah.
Okay. But then again, you could be a hostile witness. That's the thing.
Nah, listen, when you get...
You don't want to be any kind of witness.
No, get subpoenaed. I've been subpoenaed. I told you, I got subpoenaed by the feds, and my lawyer took care of it. I didn't have to go to court.
Do you feel, and I brought this up in a couple of interviews when talking to other people.
Yeah.
Do you feel a little crazy now that you're older? You know, we talked about the situation where your dad was having a heart attack and you didn't want to call 911. Do you feel a little bit sort of bad that like...
Oh, you making it sound ignorant. I just told you, no.
But you were like, you hesitated.
No, because I mean,
you just don't call 911.
No, I'm not going to say that. No, we eventually did call an ambulance.
No, you said one of your relatives, someone else was in the house.
Somebody else called it, but
right.
like I'm just never dialed 911. Yeah. Where we're from, 911. Like I don't, you know, as us coming up in the hood, we was allergic to them 3 numbers.
Yeah.
My father lives with me. You know, he had heart attacks, and I really didn't want to even dial 911. It's done. You know, somebody in the house did it, but I'm just. You know, and it sounds ignorant, but yeah, of course, come on, my father, don't say my father had a heart attack and I didn't want to dial 911. I just said somebody else grabbed the phone. Yeah. I never physically dialed 911 ever for anything. You know, because I mean, where we from, if something happened to you, like it's like 9 times the people I'm around, everybody, nobody's gonna really tell. Like if something physically happened, nobody's gonna.
But that's not telling.
No, but I'm saying,
at all.
Knock on wood, if somebody do something to me, like I can't see myself. This guy did it. Like, I'm not going to do that. That's just, and some people is different. Some people be like, well, I'm going to tell. That's just on you. But and the people we around, it's just the way you was raised your whole life.
Right now, 2024, something happens to your daughter. You wouldn't call 911? You wouldn't call the police?
I think I would I would look for you first.
Really?
Yeah, I would look for you first before I call the police. Like you slap my daughter or something or do something, I'm going to look for you. That's why when I said when the shit happened with Henchman, and his son got slapped, it was all, I understood. Like, cause it was a different part. It was like, you know what, no movie, no kids, no chick, no women. I understand. I understood. You know what I'm saying? But it'll always be fuck Henchman. But I kind of understood. You know what I'm saying? Shot my mom's crib up. All right, cool. There's no rules in the street. Niggas shoot you with your moms. And that's what I realized. That's when you realize, yo, in this game, in the street game, in this rap game, and just all together, intertwined, you gotta know how to move. You gotta definitely know how to move. That's the main thing. We had bulletproof trucks. We had Biggie will still be alive, bulletproof truck. Pac will still be alive, bulletproof. Motherfuckers will still be alive. We had bulletproof vehicles. Seen Drake just bought one.
Yeah, I just did an interview in Miami, the Patina Collective. They have a $100 million classic Benz collection. Yeah. And some of them are the bulletproof Benzes.
Oh, yeah.
Like with the windows that are like 2 inches thick.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
bomb-proof. They got the plate underneath the car.
Even them 21 and them niggas, all them niggas in the land, they got the bulletproof caddies and all that.
Yeah,
you know, Baby Drill. That's what I'm fucking with. Baby Drill, Bossman D-Lo.
I like Bossman D-Lo.
I like Bossman D-Lo. He got a lot of shit. You fucking with Sexy Red? She's like so hot right now.
I like Sexy Red.
Female hip hop is doing it. Female hip hop is at an all-time high.
I like Lotto a little bit more than Sexy Red in terms of rapping. I feel like Sexy Red. I remember me and Fredo Bang talked about this, and I think the reason why, and he said this, not me. He said the reason why Sexy Red is so popular is that she's like every girl's spirit animal. Like every girl really wants to be Sexy Red, privately.
I think Sexy Red got music that the beat and how she drops it is so hard that even a nigga bop his head a little bit when you in the club. So when you in the club and you hear that get it sexy, that joint, girls go crazy. So, you know, niggas are going, go crazy with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You drunk, you feeling good. You know what I mean? You off that Branson, or whatever you are. And you like, man, fuck it. You know what I mean? Who else you like though?
I like Tommy Richmond.
I never heard of him.
That's the $1 Million Baby song.
How it go?
You never heard $1 Million Baby?
I gotta hear it. $1 Million Baby. I gotta hear it.
It's like the #1 song in the country. At least it was for a little bit. Hold on.
This that shit right here. It's so much music.
$1 Million Baby
coming out.
Great song.
Yeah, it's so
I like Glorilla, actually. That's probably one of my top female rappers right now.
I like Glorilla.
Yeah.
And Nicki, her tour was crazy. She got the top grossing tour for females.
Yeah. She's doing her thing.
The females, they doing their thing. Listen, who you like in New York though? Let's talk about New York. Fuck that. Who you like in New York right now?
D-Thing's from New York, right?
Yeah, D-Thing, yeah.
I like D-Thing.
Okay. What about female artists?
Well, I named a couple.
No,
From
female
New
artists
York?
from New York.
I don't know. I mean, Ice Spice. I like that one song that you think you the shit. I thought she really that was a real innovative, like the way she was riding that beat and the way it kind of comes in and out. I think she's cool. Yeah, I like Ice Spice, actually.
You like Connie Diamonds?
I don't know who that is.
She's nice. Boss Lady Drama, you heard her?
Nope.
There's a whole list of girls.
I'm
You
gonna
ever
be
heard
51,
of BK?
51
You ever
in a
heard of
week,
BK
so.
the Ruler?
Nope.
My daughter put me on to so much music.
Yeah, man.
She puts me on. There's so many. I think there's another one called Baby Africa. Like there's so many artists, bro.
Yeah, man.
There's so many.
Shout out to New
And
York.
there's a lot of artists that have a cult following that won't play on radio at all.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to French Montana. I think that Unforgettable is now the most streamed New York song ever.
Right. Now French know how to make records.
Yeah.
I give it to
We
him.
just interviewed him. I think since our last interview.
I'll never, French. Look, I was on French early, Max B. I wanted 50 to sign them. I'll tell you again, French, Max, J. Cole. And I was on Nicki too. I was on Nicki early. Like everybody in Queens knew about Nicki because you should be in Sock Passe. You know what I'm saying? But like French and Max B, I used to bring them to the G-Unit office.
Do you think that, this is now going viral on Twitter? They're saying that J. Cole, dodged a nuclear bomb by stepping out of that battle early.
I think J. Cole when I look at J. Cole, he's a humble dude. Like I told you, I met him in 50 Basement years ago when he had the Simba record. And I was like, damn, I wish we would have signed him instead of him going over there with Jay. And he's just a humble dude. Like nobody wants to shoot him. He don't want jury. He don't want to watch. He's a different kind of artist. He's lyrical as a motherfucker. He's in the top 3 with, Drake, J. Cole, and fucking
not according to Kendrick, though. He said fuck the top 3.
Nah, he in the top 3.
The big 3 is just Big Me.
But you just seen him the other day. I'm not quite sure he probably got $1 million condo somewhere in the city, but he's riding his bike.
I'm sure it's a lot more than $1 million.
Yeah, a couple million. Come on.
Maybe 20 million.
What Kendrick shit in Brooklyn, 8 million? Fucking
Kendrick bought a $40 million house in Brentwood.
Yeah, but he got
$40 million.
But Kendrick got the $8 million condo.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he's got a lot.
No, he got the $8 million condo in Brooklyn. So
I'm sure of it.
I'm quite sure J. Cole got something for,
listen,
now look, their money is astronomical. They all have money. So what I'm saying is, it's all play, man. Like he's a millionaire. He rides a bike.
Yeah, but look,
he rides a pedal bike and don't wear jewelry.
Right.
You can never You can never say J. Cole, if he bowed down, it's cool. Like nobody's people got confused about it in the middle of the battle.
Well, because he started and then took it down.
Right, but at the end of the day, it's J. Cole. He's one of the most humblest guys in fucking hip hop.
I've met J. Cole. I've had conversations with him, but
fucking humble.
My thing is this, though, right?
A millionaire. What millionaire rapper that don't have a watch, don't wear chains, nobody wants to kill him, and rides bicycles? We see him on bikes more than cars.
Andre 3000.
Okay, that's maybe the only person. That's it.
He walks around with the flute.
Those are probably the only 2 rappers without chains.
Right, but all I'm saying is this, and
ever.
Because people like to sort of puff up what you're saying, but here's the reality of how money works.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you see someone and they're wearing Walmart clothes and they don't have fancy jewelry, they don't have a watch,
I'm quite sure.
They'll go home to a $30 million house. Bill Gates dressed bummy, but had a $1 billion art collection and planes and a $100 million house.
I shout out all my lawyers. I shout out all my rich friends because I know dudes that have $1 million kitchen and they'll wear the hookah sneakers to work out. They love them. Those are the
it's just that they're just not into the things that you're into, so people try to downplay like their spending habits. No, they could be outspending all of us on stuff that we just don't see.
But J. Cole is not, he doesn't.
I'm sure J. Cole's house is insane.
You know when he see me, I
don't think he lives in a 3-bedroom house.
Look, you're getting it wrong. I'm not saying he don't have expensive shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying to you is like, even when he see me, he be like, yo, nah, this guy right here believed. You can ask this guy, yo, believed. Last time we did the biggest tour with 50 fucking what was it? A fucking final lap tour. Fucking tripped and smoked too much weed. Final lap tour. He came in the Barclays. He came out. He said, "Nah, Yayo." He said it on camera. Yayo, first nigga. He's one of the most humblest dudes in rap. Drake is humble too, and so is Kendrick. So when you see them all go to war, look.
I wouldn't say Drake.
Look.
I wouldn't say Drake is humble. I had a situation.
I
Did I ever tell you about my situation with Drake?
When I met Drake, Drake was humble.
Yeah,
I think I met Kendrick. Kendrick is humble. But like me and Cole, all of them is humble. But when they get on that fucking mic, they fucking animals.
Did I ever tell you my story with Drake?
Nah.
So, okay.
You almost got beat up in Canada? You beat up in Canada.
No, not in Canada.
I try to shout to my son Presser, Bun, all my Canada
shout out to
niggas.
Presser, yeah.
Canada is not soft. Don't get it fucked up.
I'm not saying that this started around 2013. So remember that big Beats by Dre party? I don't know if you were there or not. It was when it was this huge party, like literally everyone was there. Eminem, J. Cole, Cypress Hill, like Ghetto Boy. It was literally all of hip hop was there. You guys may have been on tour or something.
Yeah, I remember when Dre and that's when Dre and Jimmy did the Dre headphones.
Yeah,
they
but it was this huge launch party.
Yeah,
like it was insane, right? So I'm outside with my security. Drake's walking in, and we had never met before. I'm like, "Yo, Drake, I'm Vlad from Vlad TV." And he looked at me. He's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Yo, man, stop talking shit about me." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, then I kind of laughed it off,
So
right?
What you said about him?
I never said anything, but like, for example, Charlemagne was kind of like throwing shots at him in some of our interviews, right? But I was literally going out of my way to promote him. That's back when I had the news site and there was literally hundreds of articles praising Drake, right? So I'm thinking, okay, he's just bullshitting, right?
Right.
So then we were in All-Star Weekend in New Orleans. Right? I ran into him again. "Oh, what's up, man? Can we take a picture?" He's like, "Yeah." And he's acting a little cool towards me and, whatever. And I meet Chubbs, right? And I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" Vlad. I'm like, "Okay, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh, he's like, oh yeah, I manage Drake's DJ." I'm like, "Oh, let's exchange numbers, whatever, maybe do an interview." Okay, cool. 15 minutes later, we're all on stage together, right? Diddy's there as well. And Chubbs walks up to me and he was like, "Yo, man, what's up with that shit you talk about my man Drake?" And he's like kind of in my face a little bit, right?
Because that's the nigga talked to me like, "Yo, that's Vlad talking mad shit."
Exactly.
You talk too
exactly.
much shit.
Exactly.
Somebody put him on. Chubbs probably didn't know who he was.
Exactly, right?
Yo, Vlad talk mad shit.
Yeah. So I'm like, I've never said anything about Drake. I say, I've had guests that have said, he's like, like who? I said, well, like Charlemagne. He's like, well, that's on you too. So I turn around, I wave to my security, right? And I like this Navy SEAL dude, and he's like, yeah, get your people. And like things are starting to like escalate a little bit, right?
Right, because you waved to your security.
Yeah. So my security comes up, gets in the middle of us.
With Asana, AI teammates can pull real-time data and help keep work on track, so every team can work smarter and faster. Asana, the #1 AI work management platform. Try for free today at asana.com.
Vlad is funny as fuck. Go ahead.
The security's like, "What's the problem?" And then he was like, then I remember him and Meek Mill were cool. So these Dream Chaser dudes were around.
Right.
And I'm like, "Let's go. Let's get out of here." I'm like, we're done. Right. And we walk away. My security's like, "Yo, I'm going back there to confront him." I'm like, "Are you fucking crazy right now?"
Navy SEAL guy was ready.
He was ready.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I'm sure that Drake sent that dude over to confront me. I'm sure of it.
I don't want to say that.
You think where did he get that info that Drake has a problem with me? From who? From who?
I mean, motherfuckers just be like, "Yo, that's Vlad. Vlad talk mad shit." There was a point where everybody's mad at you, Vlad. But you know what I understand? And this is what I realized. And it's the first thing that I realized. And I hope these guys over here in the cut, they hear it too. When you rapper, DJ, singer, producer, once you sign that line, you're public property.
Right.
People could say whatever the fuck they want to say about you. Now, do people get upset? Of course. I used to get upset. I've been upset at you a couple of times.
Right.
It's understandable.
We worked it out.
But a motherfucker could say anything. Like, I see when niggas talk shit, I just bypass it because you're not on my radar. I'm in Dubai somewhere. I'm in Abu Dhabi somewhere. I'm out the country somewhere. And I don't try to say I'm better than nobody or nothing like that, but I'm experiencing life-changing shit. Like, you could be going tomorrow. So for me, I know I'm public property. Motherfuckers don't gotta like me. They could be motherfuckers out the young boys that's here. One of them could be like, "Why we here with this nigga? We want to be with fucking fucking A Boogie or somebody, or you know what I'm saying, or whoever it is, or whoever's out now, that's the shit. I understand. Everybody ain't gonna like me, and once you realize that, you don't give a fuck. And I think that's how you feel. But sometimes you say shit and you might forget, and motherfuckers remember.
Yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm not your PR. I'm not here to praise you no matter what you do. I'm going to praise you and I'm going to criticize you sometimes, and that's life.
That's why people
I'm not going to apologize for it.
Yeah, that's why people get mad, like Charlemagne's on Kendrick's side right now. Yeah. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? He's feeling like Kendrick won the battle. That's
and Drake might hate him for that.
Yeah, and that's his opinion. You know what I'm saying? And you know, hasn't Drake said Charlemagne name in records before?
Yes, he has.
Of course. Well, then there you go.
You know, Drake's talked about me before. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you probably,
it is what it is.
A motherfucker could talk about me. Am I gonna let it bother me? No.
My thing, if he wants to mention me, that's all right. The biggest rapper in the world is gonna mention me. No problem. I'll take that.
Worry.
My name shows up in songs.
Do you have to like me? No. And you know, G-Unit, we never hung with nobody, so it was never nothing for me. But now, you know, it feels good to be around the Cam'rons, the Fat Joes. Like I go back to Shreveport, we got fucking Skrilla Baby, we got fucking A Boogie, we got The Baby, we got Flow Rider, we got, it's like 100 artists coming out and like 1,000 women coming out. It's like, it's fucking like sold out, like 51,000 people registered to come down.
Wow.
So for me, people, places, and things play a major thing in your life. You know what I'm saying? You could listen to the information. You don't have to. Because the young boys that I just bring them here to see. I don't give a fuck if they listen to the information or not, because I'm not here to preach to them. Do what the fuck you want. But, you know, I got cannabis deals. I got music deals. I get paid well for these interviews I do, you know, and there was a point where nobody cared about my music. They just cared about 50. But these interviews we do 19 million, 20 million, 10 million, 5 million, whatever, right? And I'm appreciative of that. And I feel blessed. And I'm like, yo, I come fuck with Vlad. I make this money. I go over here. I make this money. I do this. I got to hustle. If it ain't about money, I'm not there.
Yeah.
You know, and when you older, you realize that. But when you younger, yeah, you crash out. You do things. I did crazy shit before too. And, you know, I understand.
Well, speaking about being young and doing crazy shit, NBA YoungBoy.
Oh, shit. Back in jail.
He was hit with 63 charges.
It's a shame.
Over prescription drug fraud.
With that, it's a shame, but at the end of the day, no matter how much time he still got that 100 million.
He does? Yeah, that's how much he made last year, they say.
Yeah, he still got 100 million. He could do, I mean, he's a real street nigga, but it's sad because, you know, I definitely wanted to see, you know, the public probably wants to see an NBA tour because he was locked up for so long. But then
he's been on house arrest for a while.
But then all the Vaughn drama and all that shit, just a whole bunch of shit. But what I'm saying to you is he got 100 mil. So he don't give a fuck. He obviously don't give a fuck.
He gives a fuck.
How much time?
Being in a jail cell right now, he gives a fuck. Come on.
I mean, if I
you can't say that.
But what I'm saying
you can't say
what
that.
I'm saying is why he don't give a fuck.
In fact, he's probably he's probably giving more of a fuck now.
I don't think so.
Would you rather be on house arrest in a mansion, or would you rather be in a jail cell?
I think if we was to give one of these little niggas $1 million, if I gave him $1 million, gave them $1 million, what you think they're gonna do? They're gonna go buy cameras and shit like that. They're gonna go crash out, buy Richard Mille. They're gonna go buy the car. They're gonna have 20 bitches. You can't. When a nigga got more money than you and they're younger than you, got 100 mil. NBA YoungBoy ain't trying to hear nobody. He's his own boss, my man. So if he decided to crash out, that's on him. He could do 10 years. What? He got 100 million. He made more than a lot of motherfuckers is gonna make in a lifetime.
Well, 99% of people will never make 100 million.
Yeah,
99.99999%.
Right. There you go.
I understand that, but
you got 100 mil.
Okay,
so
let me ask you a
he's
question.
the boss.
Okay,
he could crash out.
Let me ask you a
That's
question.
on him,
Would you do 10 years for 100 mil? Right now, would you do 10 years for 100 mil? Right now?
Yeah, I think I would do that.
I don't think I would.
$100 million?
I wouldn't do it.
The first 5 years gonna go fast for me.
Yeah.
And then the next 5 years, I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna buy.
Keep in mind, you might not get out.
I'm just keeping it
Keep
real.
in mind, you might not survive it.
I'm gonna survive.
Keep that in mind.
Because I'm gonna have security. I'm gonna tell niggas I'm getting this 100 mil when I got out. So I got all the gangs protecting me. That 10 years ain't gonna be nothing. 10 years go fast. My man did 10 years. I'm not saying I want to do it, but we talking about $100 million. You ask a lot of niggas, He'll tell you they'll do that.
They'll tell you that.
I know niggas that did 10 years.
Listen.
Look, I know people that did 10, 20 years, come home, right, and do more than the nigga that was standing outside for 10 years.
Okay.
That's why I said,
listen,
for 100 million, and I made millions before, and I got money. I'm not broke. I got houses and cars and all that.
This is what
I'm saying to you is $100 million? Yeah, motherfuckers gonna do that 10. I wouldn't
do it. I'm 50. Well, right now, I'm 50.
Unless you close to 100.
I am not going to, and I don't have anywhere near 100 mil either, you know? But I do pretty well. You know, I've got a pretty good net worth.
And it depends what age you are, because if
that's what I'm saying.
If I'm in my 20s,
you're how old now?
I'm 46. Yeah.
So you're telling me
I'll be 56.
you would get out at 56, you would miss 46 to 56 for 100 mil?
I would miss that for 100 million, maybe. I would do that. Because the first 5 years,
I wouldn't go from 50 to 60. I would lose my whole 50s for 100 mil.
When you bidding, that first 5 years gonna go fast, right? And then you got to think, when you in jail, this is what young niggas don't understand. When you get 10 years and you locked up with a nigga that got natural life, niggas don't care about your 10 years. That's light work. You're gonna see the light. But for 100 million, I think the average person would say, yo, I could handle that. Especially if you're in your 30s. Now I'm older, so I understand. But in your 30s and 20s, hell yeah.
Yeah, maybe,
one of them will say,
listen,
what?
In your
25,
20s,
I get out 35.
Listen, if you have 10,000 in your bank account, someone offers you 100 mil, of course. But if you're already a millionaire, according to the internet, you're pretty good. You know what I'm saying? You're pretty good. According, I'm not going to put out the number, but you can Google. So what I'm saying is, having 5 mil and 100 mil is not as big of a difference as having 10,000 and 5 mil. Having 5 mil, you're doing a lot of shit that the 100 mil people are doing. You're flying first class. You're eating where you want to eat. You have a nice house. Right. You know, you're seeing the world. You know, you don't have to work if you don't want to.
10 years or 100 million, I think they're going to take that 100 million.
If they have nothing, but if there are, do you think 50 would do it? Do you think 50 would do 10 years for 100 million?
We're not saying 50. He got 100.
That's what I'm saying.
He got over 100 million.
That's what I'm saying.
So we're going to keep him out of this. What I'm saying is to you, for the average person, you say 10 years.
I'm not talking about the average person. I'm saying you.
I told you I would do 10 years for 100
million. Well, I disagree with you.
I mean, it makes sense.
I disagree with you. And I think you're crazy for saying it.
After 5 years, look, I'm going to be buying real estate. I'm going to be setting it up. I have somebody on the outside point that's going to be handling so much business for me that 100 mil is going to be grossing. I'm going to be in jail. You'll buy a house here, Florida, here, buy real estate here, buildings. I'm buying nothing but real estate my first 5 years. Now I'm laying up for 5 years. I don't got to worry about nobody. I'm not spending no money because I'm in jail.
Right.
I'm just sending my family money, my girl or whoever. I'm sending them money. I'm here. Yo, here's a couple of mil to hold you over, right? Now, by that time, when I'm building my shit, I'm 4 or 5 years in.
Yeah.
Now you got to think out that 10, I got good time. So I'm not going to do 10.
No, you're going to do the whole 10.
Nah.
You're not going to change the rules, man.
Now I'm doing 7 and I got 100 million.
And think about this.
Who's going to say no to that?
You might get stabbed.
I got security.
Do you think?
I got COs working for me. I got gangs everybody work for me because they know I got that 100 mil. When I come out, I piece them. I got money in my.
So rich people never get stabbed up in prison?
I mean, didn't R. Kelly get slapped up? But R. Kelly got.
I'm not sure.
When you got money in jail, it's different. Some people go with money. I'm like, come on, bro. I know people who got money go to jail. Fuck, nigga, you could.
They also get extorted in jail.
No,
think about that.
Is it extortion or are you paying for protection?
Well, sometimes what you're paying, they feel you got some more. You're not paying enough.
But you're not trying to get stabbed in the shower, right? So pay that money, right? That's how. So if you rich and you got it,
how does extortion happen though?
That's just
you're
like
paying someone, 10,000 a week. They're something, give me 100,000.
That's like artists now, right? You don't want to pay for security, you'll crash out yourself, right? But at the end of the day, if you pay for security and your security popping, nigga, you beating the case.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And you stay and you having all your money, like you just said. NBA YoungBoy got prescript cases and he got 100 million. Obviously, he don't care, motherfucker.
No, I think he cares.
No, he don't.
He wasn't planning on getting caught.
If I get caught and catch mad cases and my lawyer say, go here, I caught mad cases just like him. I ain't make as much money as him, but caught as much cases as him, damn near, right? Probably so. Well, he probably had a little worse than me, but I had gun possession and a couple other things. Now, listen, right?
You didn't have 63 drug cases.
Who?
That's how many he has.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot. I don't have no
63.
But look, your lawyer fly you. If you getting in trouble, you got You got chased in LA with the hammer. You got all kind of shit going on. And your lawyer found you to Utah. I've been to Utah. How the fuck do you get in trouble in Utah? You don't give a fuck. And shout out to NBA YoungBoy. I fuck with his music. He got 100 million. He's up. He's one of them artists, that's up there. He got the money, right? Mm-hmm. But nigga, if you catch script cases, right, you don't give a fuck. You obviously had your people up there, whoever was coming up there, and they came up there to mash up the town or whatever it may be, hypothetically, because we don't want to talk federal here and say a nigga did anything. But if I got 100 mil, I'm in Dubai. I'm in Abu Dhabi. I'm in Paris. But everybody don't think like that, brother. I'm on a yacht. Know what I'm saying? I'm in Brazil. I'm in Colombia. I'm in London. I'm doing that now. But if you got 100 mil, you can fucking do whatever you want. But
not if you're in jail. Not if you're in jail.
Nah, not if
you're not doing shit. Like I said, man, I just disagree with you. Right now, there's no way I would do 10 years for 100 mil.
No, 7 years with good time. Because if you get hit with
I
10
wouldn't
years,
do 7 years for 100 mil.
Well,
like I said, I could do most things that people who make 100 mil have. Do I fly private? No, but I do fly first class, and that's good enough for me right now. I said
a lot of people would agree with that because a lot of people are institutionalized anyway.
Yeah,
we got friends that come home; they haven't been home for 10 years, and it's going to take them at least 5 years to adjust. We got iPhone
I got
18.
it. Listen, if I was making 30,000 a year, 50,000 a year, I would probably do it because I could come out and get all my dreams. But I've already accomplished everything I set out to do and then some. So I don't need an extra 100 mil and give up a decade of my life and potentially get stabbed, potentially get raped, potentially get beat up.
You always take it to another level, bro.
No, man, it all happens in prison.
Crazy shit.
It all happens in prison. Let me tell you, man.
Listen.
Let me tell you something. No, let me just say this. Terrence Gangster Williams was telling me about the gay that he saw in prison. He said that he saw an older dude. The older dude tell a younger inmate, "Hey, man, your hand can't be gay."
I've seen guys do this. Man, I don't got nothing, man. Man, what you want me to do? What you want? What you mean? Man, I'll do something for you. I've seen old heads tell youngsters, man, jack me up, man. Your hand not gonna be no punk. Your hand not gonna be gay. Bro, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I've seen and heard so many games being played, bro.
I said, man, I can't go fuck.
No, you want me to be honest with you? And I'm gonna never say no names, but I seen young FaceTime me and my friends with like this.
In prison.
These little niggas ain't letting you do. When I was in jail, that's if there was a house for that, where, if in C-73, 2 Upper, they sent them up there. I think no, it wasn't 2 Upper, it was like one house, but it was by the mess hall. And that was the first time I experienced that there's, guys with, right? And I don't like to get into all this, but I seen that. A lot of engage in that because they want to. Don't let fool you, and then you do got booty bandits. It's real. It is real up north. But the littlest will have a like this.
Yeah, so then you kill.
I've seen it FaceTime.
Someone to get life. There you go.
I mean, in jail, if you let one person do something to you, then you might as well just sign up to PC.
Yo, listen, 1090 Jake told me the most hideous story ever. He said that when he was locked up, there was like a bunch of young dudes got put in a dorm, a bunch of older dudes. He said one of the older dudes went and caught the younger dude in the stall taking a, and he said, "Get up. Don't even wipe. I'm going to
Pause. No Diddy for all that shit. But listen.
Can you imagine being in a world like that?
But you gotta understand.
Can you imagine?
That's
a real story.
But that's that person.
That's a real story.
No, I believe you. But that's that person. And then
can you imagine waking up to that world?
Look, that's the world. Because jail.
He said, "Don't even wipe."
Look, prison is a whole. That's crazy.
That was the craziest story I've ever heard.
But look, prison is a whole nother world.
Yes.
But then you got the that he would have did that to. And took a shit, would have got up, pulled that out from somewhere. My man over there, his uncle, how long your uncle been locked up, Lee?
32.
32 years, right? He's still as if he got to, right? How old is he?
62.
62. He been in jail since 80-something. These are the stories you hear.
Yeah.
His uncle, 32 years, right?
Yeah.
Ronnie Buck, right? Ronnie Mack, right? There you go. 32 years. And if he go to the yard and got a beef with the little blood, what is he doing? He gonna kick that sword about the ground, right, Lee?
Yeah.
So I know prison is a whole nother world.
Yeah.
I did skid bids. I like going to the island,
I did
smelling.
weekends.
I can't do it.
I'm
Smelling
good.
oven
Yeah.
for breakfast. I can't do all
Right.
that.
T.K. Kirkland likes to always remind me.
I never liked it. Huh?
He always says, and I didn't realize this, when you go to jail or prison, they give you someone else's underwear. They don't give you a fresh pair of
I
underwear.
believe that because they give you, I think on the island we had our own underwear. I don't know, but they probably.
No, but that's jail, like prison.
Yeah, because you got to understand the difference. Rikers,
you got to wear another man's dirty underwear.
Look, Rikers Island is jail.
Mm-hmm.
Kawasaki and all that is prison. Yeah, Green and all that. Yeah. Elmira, all that is prison. It's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of young niggas are wilding on the island. But when you go up top, that's when it's just a totally different game. You know what I mean? I did skid bids. I didn't have to do a long bid. But I know you got to turn in. That same you saying he could be on the street and probably a killer now. That same dude 1090 just talked about,
yeah,
his head could be so fucked up. When he got out, he's the biggest in the world.
Yeah, and he goes right back to jail.
Yeah, and goes right back to jail and might not even care.
Exactly.
And to me, prison, jail, it's all a business. The kids just don't realize it till they out of it. You know what I mean? You got to understand when they wake up or they got to go to their environment. You see it in the Bronx. You see it in Brooklyn. You know, I might not be in a gang. I might be trying to get away from a gang, but it could be friendly fire. It could be you walk into the store. It could be your man might be in a gang because New York is ganged out. Let's just keep it real. Like you can't say this ain't one of the gang capitals.
No,
now,
I feel you. And I remember, I asked Terrence. I said, "What percentage?" Because he was in the feds. He got like 27 years initially, then it turned into a life bid, which he ended up getting off.
Right.
But I said, "What percentage?"
Yeah, he did 27. Damn.
Yeah. But he also admitted to killing 40 people. In the state, you confess to killing how many people?
40.
What? You confessed to killing 40 people in the state.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. So how you beat that?
He had an agreement where he basically cooperated against all, because the Hot Boys was a...
Well, shit, Sammy the Bull. Sammy the Bull beat how many? What did he beat?
Well,
80
he ended up doing some jail time.
How much Sammy the Bull did? He took
killed
down
12 people, I think.
I thought he had more bodies than that, Sammy the Bull. 15?
Hold on.
So you really think what's the name killed 40 niggas, man? If Sammy killed
19 people. Yeah.
So you saying he killed more niggas than Sammy the Bull?
Yes.
Oh, all right, that's good. I'm not saying he didn't, but
this is New Orleans in the 90s.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's the murder capital.
Yeah, New Orleans is crazy.
The Hot Boys was a group of 4 guys. Before the rap group, the Hot Boys, they named themselves after Terrence and his crew.
Yeah.
It was Terrence, Mosquito, Sterling. It was like 4 dudes.
Yeah, no, I heard about them.
The other 3 are dead.
Is your phone bill eating your hard-earned dollars? Then stop whatever you're doing and hear this out. Tello Mobile comes with the most affordable phone plans from day one and beyond. Go for the unlimited plan for just $25 a month. That's the most expensive one. Embrace the savings era and go for wireless that really suits your needs with Tello Mobile. Check Tello.com and get your next phone plan.
So at one point,
he put the bodies. I remember the
he
bodies.
Basically cooperated on 40 murders that him and his friends were involved in, but all 3 of his friends were dead. And that's how he got off. 40 people.
Is telling on a dead person snitching? Let me ask the young boys what they think.
Telling on a dead person?
Is it snitching?
Nah, I don't think so. Nah. Because you're not putting nobody behind bars. Exactly. They aren't doing no time.
I mean, if
I agree.
I mean, I listen to what's going on in the streets now. He said, nah. I mean, telling and all is wrong, but if the person is dead, you could be making up anything.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. 40 bodies.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess a lot of, shit got solved through what he was talking about.
Exactly. Yeah, he closed a lot of cases.
Right. That shit crazy.
I asked him if he considers himself evil, and he said back then, yes. He said not anymore. Do you feel you're evil?
I used to be. I can be.
Okay.
Sometimes I be like, boy,
if I put that suit on one more time and spin the bin one more time, boy, a lot of y'all gonna be pressed, right? But then I'd be like, no, they got a bed waiting on me. I ain't going back. No, but like I said, it's there, and it can erupt at any given moment. That's why I pray a lot.
Well, say God forgive all. You know, so we hopefully.
No, he was nuts, man. He would do shit like he would make T-shirts of his enemies with gravestones on the shirt.
Oh,
people who were still alive.
Oh, so he was doing that back then when niggas are doing now.
He caught his first body at 11.
Oh, I believe you. New Orleans is crazy, man.
At 11 years old. You know what I'm saying? And this is where and he talked about how easily kids could get manipulated. You know what I'm saying? We talk about these shooters who are 16. Someone probably put them up to that. You know what I mean? Someone schooled that young kid to do that. Some older guy, probably.
Like I said, sometimes it's the environment.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I think
it's older people. A lot of times you're trying to impress the older guys.
Like my son is 16. He's not a shooter, but he grew up in a nice neighborhood.
Yeah.
But like we said, the nigga that almost called a triple homicide is 16. They the same age.
Two different people.
Two different places.
Yeah.
You know, where I'm from, these kids are spoiled. They might be, what's for dinner? Lobster? Like, you know what I'm saying? They fighting. And then you got kids that they waking up in the morning and got to wake up to the bullshit. So that's what we try to bring the young boys around different shit. So they can see, you can make money off this internet. You can make money off the music, like the, what's my man, Carson-Knotts, and them making millions of dollars. And now Kevin Hart is coming to this fucking guy's basement in Drewski. And this, you know, that shit did 700,000 streams.
I'm sure.
It beat Ninja record. And Ninja gets fucking crazy streams. I'm one of them guys that's aware of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Because it's all money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, Terrence said, I asked him, I said, what percentage of guys you were locked up with end up experimenting, doing gay things? He said about 30%.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you heard the stories, like you hear the stories all the time. Motherfuckers getting married, throwing rice in the yard.
Yeah, he thinks all that.
This is nothing new.
No, he said there was a big brawl that happened between the DC guys and the Texas guys, and no one really knew what it was about. Then you found out it was over someone's boyfriend in jail, where someone's boyfriend went to go mess with some other dude, and then a fight broke out. Next thing you know, entire cities are brawling with each other and shutting down the prison.
It's a whole it's a whole nother world. And
Don't go to jail, kids. Don't do crime.
And what it is you see the cycle all the time. Like Murder, Rod Diggs. I love Rod Diggs' music. I think
still locked up.
I think Rod Diggs could have took off.
Yeah.
I love the shit him and Murder played. I was overseas and heard Rod Diggs.
Yeah.
When Rod Diggs locked up, free Rod Diggs. You can't free him now. But shout to Rod Diggs.
What do you mean you can't free him now?
I mean, he's in the max with El Chapo, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, and that's what niggas gotta understand. Like a maximum state prison and somewhere in the mountains, you locked up with El Chapo and fucking terrorists and like Pistol Pete, like 23-hour lockdown?
Based on when you were locked up, all the guys that you knew and had conversations with, what percentage of people in prison were there because of a woman? I'm not saying directly because of a woman, but
it wasn't
peel back the layers.
It was like, it would be like one or two in the house, like domestic violence shit.
I'm not talking about domestic violence. I mean, like, you beefing with a dude, but it's really over your baby mother because he's dating a girl, or
I mean, they always say it's always over some pussy or some money.
That's what I'm saying.
That's always the street shit. It's always over some pussy or some money, man. Like a nigga, there's people out here that will kill over their lady, you know, and you could be messing with a guy's girl and it could get crazy, you know what I mean? Or a girl could be messing with somebody's man and she could get crazy. It depends on the person. And then some people are smart enough to just let me walk away and find somebody else, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because most dudes won't admit it. They won't admit that they're in jail.
Because you'll crash out over a girl.
It's not even your girl.
Listen,
it's a girl you used to mess with.
I've seen it a million times in the street. Dudes will crash out over a girl.
Yeah.
They'll be doing up north doing 25 and their girls messing with their man or messing with a nigga from the block or messing with their op or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, it's really a fucking waste of time if you crash out or something. Like a relationship, you walk away. You don't want to harm that person or that person to harm you. Because motherfuckers will kill their girl too. You see it all the time. Or a girl will kill their man. Like
it just happened with Webby's DJ. You know about that story?
With Webby that be with Boosie.
Yeah.
What happened?
So what happened was Webby's DJ went on this big Instagram rant about how, he had been with Webby for 10 years and there's the selfish dude. He had to do everything and he never looked out and blah, 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 blah. Finger pointing, finger pointing, finger pointing, finger pointing.
Right.
Shortly after that post, he kills his baby mother, I believe, or his wife, and then
Right.
kills himself.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, in a relationship, I know it gets emotionals and feelings is there, but I mean, for any sane person, I don't think you should kill a girl. You could find another girl or find another man or whatever you decide, you want to do. I don't think even if you want to take yourself out, that's not cool, but to kill your girl and to kill yourself, like, it just don't make no sense. Now you just hurt two families, right? When you could have just walked away and found somebody new, she could have walked away and found somebody new too.
Yeah. I mean, Game's best friend of Aunt Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Gets into it with his girl, kills her, then kills himself.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's
and I talked to him about that in our last interview, and he started to really kind of tear up because this was
sad.
his man. I mean, he was there during the birth of his children and all the birthdays and everything else
sad.
like that. And
it's sad to hear stuff like that.
And
I could never see myself trying to break up with somebody and trying to do something physically to harm them. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is why the Diddy shit, when everyone saw it play out, people made excuses for him. Even like the Slim Thugs were like, well, we don't know what happened. But then even Slim Thug, when he saw the video, had to apologize to Cassie and be like,
I mean,
my bad.
motherfuckers, you know how it is, man. Like, it's just, people are critical now. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying he was innocent. Then when the tape came out, what happens? All the unfollows. Unfollow.
Well, yeah, he just cleared out his whole Instagram recently. I think like the other day, including the apology video. It's all gone.
Yeah.
What exactly is 50's beef with Diddy? Because I remember last time you said that, they're like, oh, we're going to take this meeting because of Biggie, but I don't really fuck with this dude. Like,
I just think 50 he just was a nigga that just don't really fuck with niggas like that. He just, and that's why people like 50, he do shit on his own. He don't look at everybody's competition, because now look at all these hundreds of artists that we are dealing with. But he's going to tell you, I got to go out and get mine. That's the mentality that he got. So it's not like he hate Diddy. But, sometimes niggas might do fuck shit that we don't know about.
Well, for him to make the documentary, I think he hates Diddy.
Nah.
Nah?
That's business.
That's just business?
Business. You wouldn't be mad. Look.
You got to really dislike someone to do a documentary about him.
If Jimmy I did the documentary, would people say he's mad at Diddy?
Yes.
All right, all right, TMZ did a documentary. It was on Tubi, right?
Yes.
Is TMZ mad at Diddy?
I think that Harvey probably really dislikes someone, which is why he did it.
No.
I think if you do
when you cover a story, you don't dislike the person. You just covering your media.
If I'm trashing someone, it's because I dislike them.
Nah.
If I'm trashing somebody, it's because I dislike them. If I'm just talking about it, then yeah, whatever.
Right, well,
but if I'm trashing somebody, a documentary put R. Kelly in prison. I forgot the woman who did it, but she obviously hates R. Kelly.
But R. Kelly was going to go to prison with or without the documentary.
No, not true. R. Kelly was living his best life. He
was a millionaire at fucking high school McDonald's. He was fucking tripping, bro. He had a problem, bro.
He had a problem, but nobody was paying attention.
You're gonna lose.
Listen.
People, listen. This is my whole thing. If you got money and you do some dumb shit, there's no fucking excuse, bro. If you got
At US Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, but for all the hard work it took to get there. We are in for all of it. Because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
bread and you got I Believe I Could Fly and you at high school McDonald's, bro, you're gonna get blown the fuck up, bro.
Look.
You're trying to talk, P, you're gonna get blown up, bro. You got the number one song. Listen, you got the number one song in the world. If P. Diddy beat Cassie ass, paid for the tape, whatever, probably kept the tape in the crib or whatever, because that's what they were saying, right? Hypothetically or whatever. That was some dumb shit, bro. You should have got rid of the fucking tape. You a billionaire, bro.
There's probably other copies of the tape. If you're given a tape, if you buy a tape, that person's keeping it.
If we getting on, listen, there's more people in the world that don't have it than people that do have it.
True.
The niggas that do have it, if you do some dumb shit, yeah, motherfuckers gonna say you dumb and wish we had that fucking money. I gotta go to work every day. My bitch ass boss, this nigga got billions and fucking it up. He's a dumb motherfucker. Yes, that's what motherfuckers are gonna say.
Okay.
When you fuck up the bag.
Let me break
Wrong or
down.
right?
No, let me break
Right?
down. Let me break down your argument
No?
right now. Let me break down your argument right now.
What?
Okay. You do realize, and there's no way you could deny this, law enforcement is reactive, not proactive. Meaning that if a case gets a lot of media attention, law enforcement is way more likely to put resources into it than a case that no one's ever heard about. You guys were getting sweated. If you guys were like Wall Street guys that no one's ever heard about doing the same shit, there would be no hip hop police. There would be no getting pulled over. It's because you guys are stars and you're always in the media,
Right.
and there's a lot more clout that the police and the feds will get by arresting you guys.
We in the industry. So you think the feds don't know everything that goes on?
Because you guys are high profile.
No, but look, like when they say, okay, yo, Kid Cudi, car got blown up.
Right.
You think the feds didn't know that?
Was in the
ahead
lawsuit.
of time?
It's
of
in the
this?
lawsuit.
So you didn't think they knew that?
Was Diddy
I'm
charged?
just saying. I'm not
I
saying
never
he
heard
did it or
about it
not.
until the lawsuit.
Right?
And I'm really
Look.
in the industry.
Now, because you know what? Because now you got Instagram investigators.
Yeah.
They Instagram investigate. They'll tell you who killed this nigga, who, yo.
They'll put together, they'll put the videos,
The
yeah.
Instagram
Shout out to Trapper
investigators.
Ross.
You got FBI. You got the state case now. You got all kinds of RICOs. What the fuck? If you fuck up, yes, they gonna be on your ass.
But if
I don't
you're
give a fuck who
famous,
you are.
if it's on
No
the
dig.
cover of the
Huh?
newspaper, listen, one of my security is NYPD out here, active NYPD, and he told me out of his mouth that they have meetings. The chief of police will pull out the New York Daily News and say, okay, we're going after this case. It made the front page. This is what happens. So the R. Kelly documentary triggered more investigations.
Yes,
and he's in prison.
I agree with
He's
you.
in
Yeah, I agree with
prison because of the documentary. He had already beaten his criminal case 10 years before.
Yeah.
And he became bigger. All the
You
ignition.
right.
Yeah,
The media.
that's
and
all
then-
I'm saying.
and
The
then-
media
and then
will
the media,
put you in jail quicker.
Because now they talking about more shit about Diddy. That's crazy.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Exactly.
you right,
That's
you
just
right.
how it works.
But you
know,
should.
and
But if
let me-
you getting all this pussy and money, why is niggas cars blowing up?
I can
you
do
get any bitch you want in the world. Listen, you can have any, hypothetically saying he did. I'm not saying Diddy did nothing. I'm not here to trash the man. I don't fuck with him. I fuck with my homies, right? But what nigga you know got all the money in the world, and if you got all these women and all that, why you gonna blow a nigga car up? Cause over some pussy, bro. You sound stupid. You sound dumb. And you got all the money in the world.
I know, it
bro.
sounds insane.
Now, if you ain't got no money and it's your baby moms or whatever, okay, you a nigga in the hood. Yeah, a nigga might blow your car up or whatever. Fuck.
Clearly, he was
But you a
obsessed.
billionaire.
He's clearly obsessed with
fly. You can fly to Brazil and find 20 Cassies. He can go fly to DR and find 30 Cassies. He can go to Colombia and find 100 Cassies. No, if that's the case, it's just your fucking mentality. You just a fucked up nigga, my nigga. That's it.
Let me tell you.
That's it.
You can relate to this. Remember the Pappy Mason situation when he sent those dudes to kill that young cop, Edward Burns?
Yeah, Edward, you can in the book, Edward Burns story. Yeah,
Edward Burns story, right? And I remember I talked to someone recently, like Pappy just hated cops.
Right.
So he basically sent a couple dudes to crash out and kill a young
right,
cop.
and that started in Queens, Southside, Cop Killer Queens. They call
Cop Killer Queens.
Because that
George H.W. Bush took Edward Burns' badge and used it to campaign for president.
Shout out to all the boroughs.
Here's what's interesting.
Look, undercover police was created because of Southside, Jamaica, Queens. There would be no undercovers if it wasn't for Southside, Jamaica, Queens. It ain't nothing to glorify, it's just the truth.
I just interviewed Dominic Sicali. He was
Who's
a
that?
hitman. He was a hitman for the Bonanno crime family.
Oh, word.
And he was selling drugs during this time.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I brought up this story about Edward Byrne and the crackdown and everything.
How much time did he do? He got caught?
He got caught. He did like 20 years altogether.
20 years?
Right.
Okay. That's not bad for a hitman.
Caught a few bodies, yeah.
Oh.
He also cooperated.
Oh,
So,
he cooperated.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, yeah.
But what I said was when this was happening, he was actively drug dealing this time. I said, did this affect you? He said, not really. The police were focusing on the high profile murders. They were leaving the white Italian drug dealers alone because they were keeping it quiet.
You're right.
They were under the radar. So this huge national crackdown and oh my God, cop killer queens, it's a catchphrase.
You're right.
They're leaving the mafia guys to sell probably even more coke because they're keeping it under the radar.
Right.
This is what I'm saying. It's a reactive organization. They react to public outrage and to the media. That's all I'm saying.
You're right.
All I'm saying.
But the tape don't matter.
Tape makes it worse.
It made it worse.
It made it way worse. You know what I'm saying? But R. Kelly had a tape. And he beat it, and he went on to have a great career and everything else like that. And then the documentary came out and all the charges popped up after the documentary. That's not a coincidence. He would have potentially, I'm not sure, I don't know the fucking future, but potentially he could have lived out the rest of his life. And as long as he kept it under the radar, he would have died an old man.
All I'm saying is you can't have millions of dollars and have a girl taking the shit in a bucket and the other bitch down the tape. You can't. If you think like that, then you're gonna get lawsuits. You're gonna get sued. From my experience being in unit, niggas got their jaws broke and they wanted 50,000.
Yeah,
niggas would talk tough. Gee, you not all this shit. Yeah, you a bitch. Nigga get their jaw broke. They right in court and they like, I'm not going to work. I need 50 to 100,000.
Right.
A broken jaw usually costs you that.
Yeah,
50 to 100,000.
Diddy was paying people off the same way, according to Roger Bonds.
What do you think when the lawsuits come? Yo, G-Unit not outside. G-Unit had the most lawsuits probably in hip-hop history of beating niggas' asses. So that way, if I beat a nigga ass over here, a nigga will say, you know what? I want to sue you and 50.
Of course.
He not just want to sue me. Sue me, bitch. You want to sue
the guy with the money.
And 50.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like, damn, that keeps you from being outside. Video shoot, motherfucker get his jaw broke. Motherfucker, yo, I need 100,000 for a broken jaw. So I'm paying $100,000 for a motherfucker's broken jaw. And these are the things people need to know, because if you wake up and a girl got a foot in the pussy because you and your man want to go on a wild escapade or running around in the hotel. See, when you got a motherfucker that has a brain and smart, 50 will tell you, we on the road. He'll tell you, listen, that girl you got in your room is a stranger. She could take your jewelry. She could say you did whatever you want. And don't have no babies on the road. That's the type of nigga he was telling us, because he was smart enough to school us the game. Like, yo, this bitch is a stranger. She could lie on you. She could shoot you. She could do whatever she wants to do to you. You got a stranger in your room. If you got 50,000 in your room and you decide you want to have a bitch in your room, that's on you, brother. That's on you. But that's moving stupid. 50,000 jury, you going to get lined. You could get lined up. Bitch could fall asleep. Bitch could drug you. Anything can happen. You understand what I'm saying? So when you in a limelight, you realize that. You know how many broken jaws and fucking niggas got hit across the head and wanted money?
Wasn't there a situation with Young Buck where he attacked a DJ over playing a game record or something like that?
I don't know. It was so long ago. I don't know.
Yeah, it was something like that.
The lawsuits, they racked up. Motherfucker, promoter steal your money. I done seen shit. Promoter steal, I'm not going to say who it was, money, beat his ass, and I get in trouble. And you stole my money. Like, it's certain things like that. Or a motherfucker could say, fuck yeah, you a bitch. And then once I beat your ass and you figure out, or the entourage beat your ass or get you, either way, it's a lawsuit. So you mean to tell me motherfuckers don't learn from their mistakes? No, you got to learn from your mistakes. Every artist go through the lawsuits. You learn. That's what had niggas scared to come outside sometimes.
What happened to Kid?
I don't even know.
No idea?
Like I said, 50 helped a lot of people. Whatever the situation, he was a talented artist. 50 helps a lot of artists. Mobb Deep, MOP, Kid. What was the girl again, Lee?
Olivia?
No, not Olivia. I'm thinking about, Paris. I'm sorry, Paris. My bad. But he helped Paris, you know what I'm saying? And he flew people around the country. And, it's like, and he gave them experience to see a whole nother crowd. As for how they feel or if they disgruntled, I don't know. I never heard anything crazy. But, I mean, everybody gets an opportunity. Do they appreciate it? I don't know if they do or don't. But.
Yeah, I mean, I think 50, and he's talked about it in his interviews, like he realized at one point that starting a record label was not really the best business move for him. He tried it sincerely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and people like you benefited from it. People like Banks, even people like Young
went
Buck.
from a group to a record label when we signed Mobb Deep and MOP and shout out Two
He
legendary
tried
groups.
lots of times, and I think that if you count up all the money, he probably spent more than he
Yeah,
made.
he spent more money,
Yeah.
wardrobe, tour buses.
Exactly.
And sometimes the artists could be in the red. They won't.
Exactly.
The money that was spent won't add up. It's a business.
Exactly.
But you know what's crazy? Like the approach will have the 50. What he doesn't like is like approach me like an executive, like a Jimmy Iovine. A motherfucker try to approach 50 like he's not like a big time executive icon. He's an icon. Approach him like you would approach a Jimmy Iovine or Bill Gates or anybody. You know what I'm saying? As well as a Jay-Z with Warren Buffett. These guys is like on a fucking whole nother fucking level, bro. I just seen Drake come out of a restaurant with Bill Gates. Like, what the fuck are they up to now?
Who, Dr. Dre?
Yeah. It was just, you can find, you can look it up.
Okay,
Look it up.
I believe it.
Look it up. So, because you know we always fucking look up the proof. Bill Gates came out the restaurant and Dr. Dre came right behind him. No Diddy.
Yeah, Dr. Dre and Bill Gates making an unlikely duo.
I just seen it.
while enjoying. A year ago.
Yeah. But it just surfaced now.
Together.
I don't know. It's just starting to surface now.
No, it was like a year ago.
Yeah, but it was surfacing
May
online
2023.
Now. Okay, well, it's surfacing online now. It was last year.
Well, Dre said that Eminem is the greatest rapper of all time.
Would
you agree?
I would agree with that. I would agree. He's one of the greatest rappers of all time. He's definitely in my top 5, and I always say that. And you know,
yeah, I mean, Dr. Dre, who most people say is the greatest producer of all time, saying his opinion on the greatest rapper of all time.
Right.
Of course, you could say, well, that's his artist, so he's gonna say that. No, he don't have to. Dre ain't the point where he's trying to push his artist because he needs a few extra dollars.
Right.
Like, it's whatever at this point.
I mean, listen, let me explain something to you. Like I say to people all the time, do you want your artist to do small venues or do you want your artist to do arenas? For me, it's hard for me to give you an opinion because some people would be like, well, lyrics and all that and this and that and that. And for me, I go I might sometimes go to the guy that sells more records, like how people with the Drake and Kendrick type of thing. Because I think Drake sold the most on Spotify?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Eminem just broke that record.
He did, yeah.
Yes. What was it, 80 million? Shout to Eminem. So when you see a guy that's fucking been doing this for over 20 years and he's breaking fucking Drake shit, and Drake is one of the greatest rappers right now, up there with J. Cole and everybody. Yeah, you could arguably say he is one of the greatest rappers of all times because he's still selling. And he did what, 80 million? What did Houdini do? 100 million? He just broke a fucking record.
Houdini.
So you could like your little drill rapper or this or whatever like that. Everybody's opinion.
56 million streams in the first week alone.
Okay. And he broke Drake's record, right?
I believe so.
What was Drake? 48 million or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Boom. You know, and what do they say? Men lie, women lie.
Numbers don't lie.
Well, there you go.
But of course, these days they'll say, oh, it's all bots. That's the lame ass argument.
I'm not.
I mean, speaking of great rappers, who would you put on your Queen's Mount Rushmore? Of course, you put 50 on there. Most people would.
Come on, that's so easy, man.
50?
Nas. Let me think. Who am I missing?
Now get stuff.
Can we put Mobb Deep as a group?
Yes.
Mobb Deep.
That'll count as one.
So I gotta put LL on there.
LL. That's it?
Oh, there's one more. What?
Well, it's 4, but I'll give you an extra one.
LL and who am I missing? Oh, hell yeah. What the fuck? I'll put Nicki on that shit. Nigga, you crazy? Nicki got the biggest women's Grozen tours, huh?
There's Q-Tip.
No, Q-Tip could definitely, he would be on there, but I'm gonna go with
there's Run DMC.
Oh shit. Hell yeah, I forgot them. Hell yeah, they started this shit. Yeah,
Yes.
Run DMC gotta get on that list. Let's do top 10. Let's just do top 10.
Okay.
All right, so we
in no particular order.
No particular order. We got 50, Nas, Nicki,
Mobb Deep, LL Cool J,
LL, Run DMC. Wasn't Cool G Rap from Corona?
Yes.
That's Queen. Cool. Yeah.
Cool G Rap.
Just making sure.
Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe Called Quest.
You got 2 more.
Oh shit.
Did we mention Nicki already?
Yeah, we said Nicki already. You know Ja Rule ain't gonna be on there. Let me think. 2 more. It's on the top of my brain. You gotta throw. Wasn't Marley Marl from Queens?
Yeah, but he's not a rapper.
Producer.
Doesn't matter. No.
Oh yeah, he's
You
not a
can't get him
rapper.
on there. There's CNN.
Oh yeah, you gotta give Nori Capone CNN.
Yeah, shout out to Nori, man. It's my
And
man these days.
then number 10. Yeah, I kind of. You think? Yeah, I gotta throw Lost Boys on there. You got that one late, Lost Boys. They sold some records.
Cardi B's from Queens.
Cardi B is not from Queens, man.
She's not?
Shout out to Cardi. She's not from Queens.
Oh, she's in the Bronx. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're
What
right.
the
Yeah, you're
fuck
right,
are you
from the Bronx.
talking about?
It showed up in the list. You're right.
You about to have Nikki.
it
You
showed up
about
in
to
the
have
list.
Nikki hate your ass.
No, you're right. No, she showed up on the list, but you're right. It's wrong.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know.
Who's your top 10 female MCs right now?
I mean, well, I just want to address what you said.
Listen, who's your
some
top?
of the people on that? I know you don't like
who?
I know you don't like Ja Rule, but some of the people you put on this list instead of Ja Rule is a little unfair.
Who?
But I understand why.
Who? Is
You want me to
unfair.
say it?
Say it.
I definitely will put Ja Rule over the Lost Boys.
Nah.
Look at the record. Numbers lie. Numbers don't lie. Look at Ja Rule's numbers.
Ja Rule.
Look at Ja Rule's numbers.
Ja
You just
Rule always-
you're basically
Ja Rule is a put together gangster, so I don't think he's ever gonna have respect.
Numbers.
He was put together
numbers
by Preem and Chaz. And
I'm not here to
like-
talk about that, but Ja Rule's numbers and the Lost Boys
Yeah,
numbers aren't
records.
even
He was like-
close to
he-
each other.
He was sort of like
Aren't even close
You know
to
what he
each
was?
other.
He was like the industry plant early, Ja Rule. Singing nigga, you know what I mean? He was like, you know what I mean?
50
J-Lo.
50 doesn't sing.
50
50 sings.
don't sing. It's melodies.
Yes, he
It's a
does.
difference between singing and melodies to me.
All right.
When a nigga said, "Where would I be without you?" Come on, nigga. That
Agree to
shit.
disagree.
Lonely. Y'all was
Agree
jacking
to
that
disagree.
shit.
Agree
But
to
as soon as
disagree.
the G-Unit storm came, niggas fucking
I
hated
like
it.
the Lost Boys, but the numbers aren't even similar. That's all I'm saying.
I'm saying Lost Boys.
I interviewed
Rest
Mr.
in peace.
Cheeks.
Look, rest in peace to Freaky Ty. He was from my hood.
Yeah.
So it had more of an impact to me because that was niggas I seen that actually had some traction
Okay.
in my hood. Ja Rule was a buster to me. So I don't know him. He's from the other side of town. Know what I mean? But he a buster to me, and he's still a buster. Irv's a buster. Irv Brothers a buster. And they all busters to me. That's how I always looked at them. You know what I mean?
Like I said, man, if I'm looking at
Ja
the
Rule's
numbers,
definitely not on that
the
list.
numbers
for
are
me.
the numbers.
No, the numbers I understand because I just said numbers don't lie.
Yeah, exactly.
He did numbers, but I just
They're big numbers.
He's always
They're
been a buster to
multi-platinum
me.
numbers.
But I put Lost Boys on that list because they go gold to platinum. They went platinum.
They didn't do Ja Rule numbers. They didn't do Ja Rule
Well,
numbers.
Ja Rule didn't do 50 numbers.
You're right. You're right. Now, if people are going to put 50 over Ja Rule, I think that's a reasonable thing to do.
Come on, man. You can't even. That's a whole nother level. Ja Rule is a bum, man.
You and Trump have something in common now.
What's that?
You guys are both felons.
Oh yeah, Trump is a felon now. I totally forgot. Yeah, shout out to Trump.
You guys
man.
are both convicted. What was the name of your first album again?
Thoughts of a predicate felon. Yeah.
Right. Trump can name his album that.
Yo,
now.
shout to Chef and Sleepy Hollow.
They showed up in the Bronx.
I loved it, man. I never, listen, I told Murder, me and Murder was laughing because I never heard Sleepy Hollow say nothing. But when he said, "Make America Great Again," it was just great, man. Shout out to that, man. Shout out to the winning circle, man. White boy.
Any advice you would give Trump when he goes to prison?
You think Trump's gonna go to jail?
I mean, he's got 34 felonies that he was
Is he
convicted
still
of.
in an election? But it's different for him having felonies. He'll find some way around it.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
know.
believe.
He said he's ready to go to jail if he needs
So
to.
listen, what I'm saying is he still could run. He's still running for the election because I'm
Yes.
not really a politics.
No, he is.
I mean, if
He's the Republican nominee.
So look, so when he becomes,
And I think he's gonna win.
Look, he's gonna win. And what do they call it when you take all your charges away? What do they call it again?
Well, you could
Exonerate?
pardon. You could do a presidential
He's
pardon.
gonna pardon himself.
Right, but he can't because it's a state case. You can only pardon federal cases.
I will. Somebody will pardon him. It'd be good.
The governor of New York would have to pardon him, and the governor of New York hates Trump. He's a Democrat.
Let her buck. It's a way of life. It's taking on the day, no matter what it throws at you. And that's why it's on every bottle of Pendleton whiskey. It's not just poured, it's earned.
So
He's
that's
gonna
not
find
happen.
a way out of it, man. It's Donald
Yeah?
Trump, man. He's good. He always finds a way, man.
Do you feel, and he says this a lot, he said that he feels like he appeals to the black voter base a lot more because he caught a RICO and caught felonies and stuff like that.
I wouldn't say that. I would say That's crazy to say, but
Yes,
because
it
not
is.
every black person has
Exactly.
felonies. And
It's kind of a
RICOs.
racist statement.
There's a lot of people that don't have felonies and RICOs and don't have no felony and honest, just living people. So I would say that's crazy to say, but I'll say with Trump, I think it's a money thing for everybody. They think if Biden is back in the house or we have somebody new, it's not going to be no money,
We know who actually agrees with him on that statement. Is 50 Cent.
What did he say?
He said that he does see black people identifying with Trump because they got RICO charges.
Right. But that's crazy for Trump to say.
Yeah.
Because not everybody has RICO charges.
Right.
A lot of black people do, but a lot of black people don't.
Yeah.
A lot of white people got RICO charges. A lot of white people don't. A lot of Asian people, so it's crazy to say, but I could tell you this with Trump, you think it's a money grab. You mean I met Trump before he was president. And it was at Sirius Radio. I say it again, Drug Dealer Wednesdays. Go look up the interview.
Trump showed up on Drug Dealer Wednesdays.
Yeah, Drug Dealer Wednesdays. And follow me on Instagram. Y'all all watch this shit, but y'all don't follow me on the gram. Follow me on the gram. I'm trying to get more millions. I need millions.
What was Trump like off camera?
Trump was a cool dude, man. He just seemed like a businessman. He had his team there. I remember he had a girl working for him, Rachel, shout out to her. And he had a young team and everybody was just happy to work with him. And you with this guy that, makes $1 billion deals, $1 million deals, was a boxer promoter, had, got houses, golf courses. So, when you're in presence of him, you feel the money. I think that's one of the richest people like I ever met with. And he was humble. Sometimes what wows me about people, like I'll meet like people in the Hamptons in Long Island. And these dudes are super rich. Like you said, they got their hookah sneakers on. And the guy will be like, man, I just spent $2 million on my kitchen. And I'm looking like, hold on, my house is about probably $1 million, some change. I'm like, damn, he just spent that.
Double on
his kitchen.
Yeah.
And that's what humbles you. You can feel like you got money and then you'll meet somebody with way more money and they're the nicest person.
Oh, yeah.
And then you'll meet somebody that might not have as much money as you or a little more than you and they'll feel like, motherfucker, so I just learned to be humble.
Yeah.
And that's my whole thing. Even when I get on this, I don't try to like shit on anybody or say anybody's name you can shit on me. It's cool. I don't care. Cause we here, we handling business. Your platform gets me out to a whole different crowd overseas and worldwide. Some people might not respect your platform, but I do.
Well, we've all had bad relationships with women. Right. But I don't think any of us have had the type of thing that Chrisean Rock and Blueface have.
Oh, yeah.
Blueface is locked up.
Right.
And now Chrisean Rock is locked up.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's crazy. She went to court for him.
She went to court. And I remember talking to Wack about this.
Mm-hmm.
And he would tell her, don't go to court. You have warrants out in Oklahoma.
Right.
And she's like, oh, that's in Oklahoma. By the time they get to the courtroom, I'll be gone.
Some people, don't want to listen. Like if
people don't want to listen.
If Wack would have told me, yo, you got warrants. Everybody know you got warrants. You don't go to court.
He told Blueface not to go to Vegas because there was a warrant.
Yeah,
he wasn't supposed to go there.
If I know I got
he
a warrant,
goes to Vegas and gets arrested.
The only time that happened to me is like I was coming back from Africa, so I had nowhere to run to. They told me, yo, I was in Africa and heard I had a warrant for the Jimmy Henchman shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. And as soon as I got to the airport, of course, they brought me to the back. Hip hop police was there. You got a warrant. There's ain't shit you could do. You can't get on the plane. You better get in the car. If you go to court, come on, you're going to jail. You get pulled over, you're going to jail. You know how warrant is.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't, for me,
yeah.
And their entertainment, like Blueface and the whole thing, like the show he has and everything like that. I think it's excellent marketing from Whacking him because him as an artist, he's not just looking at one lane to do something. He had like the show and it went to Zeus and all that other shit.
But it's just sad because now you have a couple with a baby. The baby seems to have disabilities.
I don't know about it.
Listen, I've interviewed academics who was on FaceTime with Chrisean while she was pregnant.
I don't want to say that.
While she was smoking
weed.
I'll let
Vlad get all the beef, guys.
I'll get into all the beef.
All the drama, that's Black.
The baby appears to have disabilities.
God forbid.
The dad is in jail.
Mm-hmm.
The mom gets locked up. And then there's a video of the grandparents, Blueface's parents, and neither one of them wants the baby. So now Krishan's female friend now has the baby because the grandparents don't want it.
Right.
And it's just like, I can't imagine a worse situation.
I mean, some people's lives are full of drama. Some people like drama, I guess. That's all I could say. I mean, but that right there is regular shit. I've seen shit like that.
So both parents in jail?
No, I wouldn't say both parents in jail. Usually
that's what
one
I'm saying.
time, you know,
Usually it's one.
But you've seen, you know, listen, in life, there's always somebody in a worse situation than you.
True.
I don't know how you was grew up and how you was raised, but sometimes shit could probably affect you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Christina Rock is a bad person or Blueface.
Ferragamo Gucci around my way. Henny on me, feel it in my face. Can't forget 145 since I was made. Young and I was running from the Jakes, bitch. Ferragamo Gucci around my waist, bitch. Henny on me, feel it in my face, bitch. Can't forget one.
Lil Baby races Drewski after having a few words with Jay-Z.
All right, wow. Come on. All right, come on. Dada, just give me my money, Shaggy. Come on. Come on, done. All right, I'll go first. Just give me money. Okay. You go. Give me my money. Yeah. Give me my money. I'm supposed to be.
What's the trick? Everybody clap and then win. New York City. That's good, Dad.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
No, you want to interview with me?
I remember he followed me on Instagram, but he wanted to fight Murder. I remember he wanted to fight Uncle Murder because of the wrap up. So it's funny to me, but when he caught the case or the robbery, and he showed this like luxurious closet with like all his Gucci suits and all that, I just feel like
he was wild.
I mean, that shit is just wild to me. You know, a man of God, like you don't have to show me all that, and you can have it. I'm not saying like. You're not supposed to have.
Yeah, TD Jakes, I'm sure, is way wealthier than him.
Yeah, exactly. And he wears a regular suit, and I read his books and catch his shows and stuff like that too. So my whole thing is like,
Jakes, I'm sure, is
he was just too flamboyant. For motherfuckers to want to run in your church, you never seen a church get robbed. You know, you're
live on stream. Yeah.
I got jury. I don't like my thing is like I stay humble. Like I don't really like jury, cars, all that shit. Like. When you've been doing that, you really don't care. Like I said, the richest nigga will have hookah sneakers on. And mind you, we'll spend our last on some designer, right? And we won't support a guy's brand, our next door neighbor, or one of our friends' brands sometimes. But Louis Vuitton
I don't like that comparison, man. I don't like that comparison.
Why?
Because
I'm not saying. Look, I'm not saying I don't wear designer.
No. The whole support your friend's brand thing.
As long as it's dope.
Here's the thing, right?
Right.
People like to use that catchphrase that you just used, and I always had a problem with it because the reality is nobody ever gets successful because their friends supported their product.
No, I'm not saying that.
The only way you get successful is if you get a mass amount of strangers to actually buy in your product. So if your friend doesn't want to buy your t-shirt, it's not going to change your life anyways.
No,
people get mad at their friends.
What I'm saying to
you
now,
don't support me, but you buy Gucci. Well,
no.
So Gucci,
what I'm saying to you now, look, Murder just got his house, right? He spent.
Congrats.
That's the first guy I probably seen spend maybe, I don't want to say the numbers, but it was, like probably over a quarter before he even moved in the house. He got glass walls and
good for him.
When we fucking had house wars, like I said, with 50 and Star and everybody. So it changes like. For instance, I bought this shirt off Instagram. I like it. I like designer too. You see me with the fours. I like designer too. But
that shirt is bootleg, by the way. Not to say like I'm turning it down. I'm saying that's Michael Jordan.
What the fuck you mean bootleg?
I'm saying that it wasn't licensed.
Oh yeah, come on.
That's what I'm saying.
Shut the fuck up, man. This one,
Michael Jordan.
No matter who you are, there are times it can be tough to be yourself when you have severe asthma. Triggers can pop up out of nowhere and lead to an asthma attack. But no matter what type of severe asthma you have, Tespire can help you be you.
Sign off on that shirt.
Yeah, but
You
what
know
I'm saying is, look.
You can't put that in Foot Locker.
But what I'm saying, okay, I can't put it on Foot Locker, but it's on Instagram. So this shirt, I paid $35, and it took a while to come graphic tee, motherfucker. But look, I like the shirt. Everything, like, I like designer too. I like Dior. I like all the shit. You see, I got the Louis hat on. I got Dior glasses, but I got a $35 shirt on.
Yeah.
It's cool. Sometimes it's like that.
Right.
A girl could have on a cheap outfit and have a $2,000 bag or expensive bag. Cool. It's no pressure. But what I'm saying is support is like last time I was up here, there was a brand I like, some dudes in Long Island, you know, and I wore it. Top Flexer, Long Island. I like they shit.
Yeah.
I bought this online. I don't know who makes it.
Yeah.
If somebody here has some dope shit, I
But
might
you just
wear it.
proved my point. These aren't your friends that you're supporting. These are products that you
Yeah, they
like.
products.
And you don't
They
know
products.
who made them.
Yeah,
you just like
you're
the
right.
product.
You're right.
That's all I'm saying. So I'm getting tired of people saying like, your friends don't support you and they're out buying Gucci.
No,
Fuck,
you're right.
Get
You're
off
right.
that bullshit.
You gotta have dope shit.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm gonna give you an example. Me and Murder's talking, and Nick Guns, he rap, he from Brooklyn. He got a nice brand. I want his shit. He got the t-shirts, the shorts.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it, but the shit look dope. I'll wear it. If the shit is dope, I'll wear it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. It could be Louis Vuitton. It could be fucking Essentials hoodie. It doesn't matter for me. At this point in age, like drip is not everything for me. How your house look? You know what I mean?
I like drip still.
Yeah, I like drip too. I love drip, but
I like
you love drip.
I like watches.
Look,
you know
I
what
love
mean?
watches. I have watches. I love that
I
stuff
like
too.
cars.
But I love cars too.
Yeah.
My son just got a Hellcat just the other day. Look, but what I'm saying to you is this.
Did you buy it for him? He got himself.
No, he got himself. But
Okay,
we
congrats.
talk about cars.
Nice.
He's doing himself.
Good for him.
I wanted to get the Cybertruck. I don't feel like paying the $30,000 over sticker. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I just canceled my Cybertruck order.
So let me get your order.
No, it's already canceled.
Why did you even tell me? I could have got you.
I didn't know you wanted one. I would have kept
purchased
it.
your order number.
I would have kept it.
You know what I mean?
Sorry.
My whole thing is like,
My bad.
okay, look, like your Goyard bag. How
Yes.
much is the knapsack? $5,000?
It's like 6 or 7.
I'll be reluctant to buy that one. I'd rather go buy a Louis.
It was a gift.
Yeah, but for me, what I'm saying is the Goyard bag. I like the Goyard bag.
Yeah.
But I thought the knapsack was a couple of G's. I'd rather go get a Louis duffel bag, travel bag, than spend $7,000 on the Goyard bag.
Well, I actually
I'm just
have a Louis.
particular
I have
how
a
I am.
Louis backpack that is really beat up, and my Goyard bag still looks perfect. So you could say I'd rather go buy a Louis, but in the time that you have your Goyard, you'll have to buy 2 or 3 Louis, meaning that the Goyard is actually a better investment.
Yeah, you're right.
You see, it's all depends on how you look at it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
all overpriced? Absolutely. You know,
Yeah, but like when I go to
JanSport, is that a better investment?
But you know
of
what
course it is.
To me, Goyard, like we was in Paris.
Yeah.
And we went to Louis, we went to Chrome Hearts, we went to the Rick Owens, right? And you know overseas everything is cheaper.
Well, you get your taxes back. You get,
you get
your
tax
VAT,
back.
you get the VAT back.
Everything's
Yeah.
tax free. That's why
Exactly,
people like
yeah.
to shop in
Yeah,
Europe.
I shopped
so
in Paris.
we went
last
to
time,
Rick
yeah.
Owens. I bought some Rick Owen cargos. They was out in the US. I think they'll be like $1,400. I got them for like maybe $900.
Yeah.
With tax back. We went to Louis and everything. These stores are like really Hollywood now. Like you on a Chrome Heart store, you cannot peel out your cell phone. Rick
Really?
Owens, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Chrome
That's
Heart
weird.
store, you can't pick out your cell. But back to Goyard. Goyard wasn't even open. Like that shit got a special time. You got to be there in Paris. It wasn't. That store was like.
Listen,
I went
Goyard.
past. It
You
wasn't even
cannot
open.
buy Goyard on their website.
No.
You go to their website.
Yeah.
There's no prices.
There's no prices
There's no
on it, yeah.
order buttons.
Yeah, I
you have
told
to
you.
physically go to the store.
Right.
And you usually have to order it and
Yeah.
have to wait.
Yeah. And
Especially if you want a color that's not really common.
Like the Goyard store was
It's my
like
favorite brand.
It opens at like in Paris.
Yeah.
It opens at a certain time. Everything else was open.
Right, yeah, because
Louis,
Goyard's
everything.
actually the oldest leather goods company in the world that's still in business. It's privately owned. It's not owned by Louis Vuitton or Gucci. It's a private
Yeah, they
company.
open at their own
You have to
time.
go to an actual boutique to buy it, but the quality is on a different level.
Yeah, I believe you. No, I know. Listen, I told you the Goyard store wasn't even open in Paris. Everything was open. It wasn't even open. They on their own time. Because I wanted to go in there and look at some stuff too. You know what I mean? But
they have one here in New York.
Yeah, but I'd rather buy mine in Paris.
Yeah,
I
it's
get
cheaper.
tax free.
No, I feel you.
I like to shop in Paris.
No, Goyard's dope. I have a bunch of Goyard things now. You know what I'm saying? From passport holders, cigar holders,
I get that
and
shit
stuff
cheaper
like that.
overseas. I sell me a couple of, some
Yeah.
money.
No, man, Goyard is a dope brand. And like I said, I can show you my Goyard bag and my Louis bag side by side.
Right.
And the Louis bag looks like it's been through a fucking war. And it's not like I trash my stuff. It's just that it's just not the same quality.
Yeah, you're right. It's just, what being around like us 50 and everybody, like we from the hood. So we was used to white tees and some white ups and you good, motherfucker. Like, and you just got a little chain or whatever, you straight. So when you blessed and you got the time to buy that shit, sometimes, yeah, I could buy a shirt that's expensive, but sometimes I don't want to. Sometimes I want to buy something that's nice, and sometimes I'm like, hey, I don't give a fuck. I could buy this, and it's cool. Because sometimes simple is fly, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I wear Armani Exchange shirts that are like $20, or $30 or something like that. But then I'll have Gucci shorts or Louis shorts, and I'll have an expensive watch.
Right.
I drive
sometimes
a Tesla Model X Plaid that's like $130,000. And I live in a big house. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, everyone has things that they like to spend money on.
Things, of course.
There might be a guy who dresses bummy as hell, and he's got a Pokemon collection that's worth $10 million.
Right.
You know what I mean? And to him, that's everything.
Yeah.
He thinks it's stupid to buy a Gucci shirt, but he thinks it's totally normal to spend $10,000 on a Pokemon card.
I met a guy who spent $50,000 on a Jackie Robinson baseball.
Exactly.
So, to each his own.
To each his own.
Hopefully years from now, it'll be worth, $100,000 or $200,000,
Yeah. Bill Gates wears like a Seiko watch.
Yes.
But he's got $1 billion art collection.
Right.
His art collection, I know someone that's been to his house. He said it's almost criminal the amount of art that Bill Gates has at his house. It should be in museums.
Right.
But he has it in his personal home, like Picasso's.
I'm quite sure he has a lot of unhung artwork that costs millions of fucking
Exactly. It's in a warehouse somewhere that no one gets to see. When I went to Russell Simmons' house in West Hollywood, he had a Basquiat in his stairwell. I'm like, God damn. Is that a Basquiat?
Damn. That's crazy.
An original, not a print. The actual, an original
and it wasn't
Basquiat.
even hung up. It was unhung.
Well, it was hung, but it was in like his stairwell, so no light would get to it, so he doesn't mess it up.
Yeah, because there's a whole thing with temperature and shit like that.
No, it's a whole.
Like, I know you can't have like a expensive art like on boats, like when it costs millions, they gotta like weatherize it. Because I've seen the Mona Lisa. I went to the Louvre, so
me too.
That was the Mona Lisa looks small though, right?
It is small.
You get that? There's so much shit in the Louvre, like they got the crown jewels in there and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, that's the greatest art collection in the world.
There was shit cooler, but it's the Mona Lisa, man. A nigga from Southside Jamaica will never think he'll see the fucking Mona Lisa.
Yeah, the rumor is that it's fake also, that the real one was stolen a long time ago.
I think it's real because they got that shit. They got it covered and everything. Everybody got a conspiracy theory, so you never
Everyone
know.
does.
The Mona Lisa's in the Louvre, and it's an experience for me as well. They say it take like 20 to 30 years to fucking study every piece of art in there.
I agree. It's a huge museum.
They have paintings way bigger than the Mona Lisa in there.
No, it's a huge museum. And, but there's lots of, there's MoMA in New York that has an incredible Warhol collection, Keith Haring collection, Basquiat
Is that
collection.
I gotta see. I never.
It's in Midtown.
Oh, check it out.
Yeah, man. Get your art on.
I'll look at a couple of things. Like I know Warhol. They said he got a John Gotti piece.
Does he?
Look it up. That's if I had a chance, I would buy that. That's something I would buy. Because anything
he does. Yeah.
How much is it?
How much? The original?
Probably,
I don't know, 30 million maybe.
Anything that don't lose value is worth getting, right? Just like you can get a car, you take it off the lot and lose value, and then you got some cars that really don't fucking lose value, right?
Like Ferraris.
Yeah, it's classic. So
I just interviewed Vanilla Ice at his house, and he's got 60 cars.
Yeah.
But they're not regular cars. It'd be like he's got the Rolls-Royce Phantom, but it's the first Rolls-Royce Phantom to come off the assembly line. It's literally
Did
stamped
Suge really
one.
hang him off a balcony?
What's that?
Did Suge really hang him?
No, but he didn't hang him over the balcony. But what happened was, this is an interesting story. Suge was representing this guy named Chocolate, this producer who claimed that he produced Ice Ice Baby. And never got paid, whatever. So Suge took it upon himself to basically get, get the money for this guy and take a big cut for himself. So what happened was Vanilla Ice would be hanging out in LA.
No offense, but if you're paying more than $30 per month on car insurance, you're getting ripped off. Guys, so everyone is ditching their car insurance and doing this instead. The reason why you're likely overpaying for car insurance every month was because the majority of what you pay goes to commission for the insurance agent. But my friend showed me this cool website who cuts out the middleman, basically cuts out the agent. That way, you only pay for insurance and you're not paying hefty commissions every month. That just makes the insurance companies richer. This website has liability for just $18 per month and full coverage insurance for $1 per day. You could save up to $1,500 per year with this website, and it only takes
All right there in front of him.
That's some crazy shit.
On 2 separate occasions. You
Damn.
just pop out. So just start, hey, what's up? I'm
Suge is a
Suge.
crazy motherfucker, man.
Right? And then one day, Suge, like Vanilla Ice was with 2 of his bodyguards. He comes back to his hotel room. Suge is in his room with a bunch of guys, takes his bodyguard's guns, smacks them, and then goes to the balcony and has a conversation with him.
Oh, so
and
he didn't
says,
hang him
sign
off
this
the
paper.
balcony.
He didn't hang him for the balcony, but he said, sign this.
All right.
Vanilla Ice signed it.
You know,
and he got a big
I
chunk
said that
of,
in a freestyle years ago.
Yeah, that was a rumor. He didn't actually hang him outside the balcony.
Suge said he'd like to talk to me on the balcony, alone. And I said, oh, okay, it's fine with me. My bodyguard stood up and he got slapped down.
He slapped the bodyguards.
Oh, yeah.
Himself or one of his guys?
I hate to tell you, he slapped him so hard, made him cry, my bodyguard.
Oh, wow.
And he explained to me that basically I'm joining a fraternity. And I go, what is this? I know who you are. I mean, I know all this, but what do you want from me? You want some money. Everything's money. What would you want from stupid little Vanilla Ice if it wasn't for money, right? So, yeah, Ice. I got Jerry Heller. I got Eazy-E. I got all these people. Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy and all these people. I can name a list of people that pay him to be in this fraternity. I'm like, man, this sounds great. I'm like, so if I sign these papers, you guys are going to give me protection in the city. Nobody's going to mess with me. And they say, yeah, Ice, you always protected, bro. You're in the elite. You are now in the elite. You are in the club. And I go, cool, man. Sign. I didn't know I was signing away publishing.
But he did smack up his bodyguards and basically threaten him into signing off
It's
a
so
piece of that
so
song.
crazy how much money he made off that one record.
Who, Vanilla Ice?
Yeah, Ice.
Vanilla Ice. Let me tell you how Vanilla Ice is wealthy. He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
I would ask artists, would you rather have one record that makes you all that money, or would you rather have a body of work that makes you money but not as much as Vanilla made?
I think most people would take that one song.
That one song.
Because, for example, Sir Mix-a-Lot, he told me in our interview he's made over $100 million off Baby Got Back.
Oh my God.
One song.
Serious?
Yes.
100 million?
Think about how many movies it's shown up in, commercials. It's still being played. It's like an anthem.
Oh my God.
100, and he produced it and wrote it.
Oh yeah, he made 100 million.
That's all him. Let me tell you, when I was in Vanilla, so
shout out to Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Vanilla Ice.
And Nicki did it over.
Yeah, exactly. She paid him.
Yeah.
Again. So what happened
was in
was
mad movies too when you think
that's
about
what
it
I'm
now.
saying.
Yeah, he made about 100 million.
Charlie's Angels, all this shit, commercials, on, and it keeps being used. So Vanilla Ice, that song Ice Ice Baby sampled Under Pressure, which was Queen and David Bowie.
Oh, okay.
So back then, we're talking about the early 90s, the sampling laws really weren't established yet, and everyone was sampling everything and not clearing it.
Damn, I didn't know that.
So he got sued. During the lawsuit, he realized it would be cheaper to buy the original song than to settle the lawsuit.
Wow.
So he bought Under Pressure, and then he bought Ice Ice Baby back from the label. So he owns not only his song, but the song they sampled from.
That motherfucker was smart.
So he owns everything.
That motherfucker had a smart team. How much did he pay for the song?
I don't know. I didn't ask him.
Wow, that was.
I could ask him though. I mean, I have his number.
You ask him. Tell him, yeah, you'll fuck with him. I fuck with him.
Yeah.
I fuck with Vanilla. Yeah, back in the days. Down.
Yeah.
Ice. Come on. You
Huge
can't
song.
front.
He
You
sold like
can't
50
act like
he
you
sold
wasn't
like
rocking with
50
this.
million. He
Bro,
showed me the plaques at his
listen.
house. He's got a Brabus boat that's 750,000.
Damn.
He's got Ferrari Spider. He's got all these collector's cars. Oh, see this car here? This was Dean Martin's car. I own that. That's about $1 million here. This is Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s original
Vanilla
car.
Ice is up, son.
Yeah, he owns hundreds of properties.
We gotta go hang out with him one time.
He is wealthy, wealthy. So he lost some money to Suge, but he made way more over time.
Look, one record made him $100 million. It's crazy.
Pretty much.
Same thing with Sir Mix-a-Lot. So how can you hate on him? That's
can't.
one thing I would never hate. Like one record make you $100 million. I'm with that. Fuck that. And then you got artists that work here their whole lives, and they probably people will say they're better MCs and established.
Yeah.
And they ain't nobody make it close to that shit.
Right. You think Cool G Rap has made $100 million off his catalog?
Shit.
And most people would say he's a better rapper.
Right.
But
right.
I don't think Nas made $100 million off his catalog.
Right.
And Nas is considered one of the all-time greats.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Right? And he's got Grammys and
I'll take that $100 million for one song.
Yeah. And Nas, I just heard, is bringing Beat Street to Broadway.
A word?
Yeah.
Oh, that should be good.
That's dope, right?
That's just like Riggs and all the people when they did the Hamilton thing. And then didn't that win an Oscar or Grammy or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a bunch.
So Beat Street on Broadway, that'd be crazy. You shout to Nas. That's a good one.
Shout out to Nas,
especially for the kids that's here. They don't even know what.
They don't even know what it is.
To me, the younger era don't have as good movies as the older era, like the 90s and the 80s. And even
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What movie? What movie? Y'all seen Scarface? Who seen Scarface? You seen Scarface? You never seen Scarface? Why you ain't raising his hand? You sleeping?
Me?
My man sleeping over there?
I'm sleeping.
You Scarface? You seen it?
I've seen parts of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like they don't got Scarface. They
Yeah.
got Goodfellas. Y'all seen Boys in the Hood? Menace? They said they seen it, but like what movies compare to those now? What would you say? The closest is what? Heat? What?
Heat was awesome.
But that was they 21. That's what movies you would say?
Listen, I just saw Dune 2. It was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Moana, phenomenal. The Spider-Man animated movies, phenomenal.
No, but what I'm saying is, what movie compares to like a Scarface, you would say?
Let's take a look at the 100 best movies of all time.
100 best movies of all time. You got to put Scarface in there, Goodfellas, Casino. What else?
Let me get to the top of the list here.
Uncle Buck. Nah, Uncle Buck.
I know you're a movie guy, man.
I'm a movie guy. I'm just saying.
I know you're a movie guy.
What's the 100 best?
Lord of the Rings was phenomenal.
I never caught it.
Really? You're not into that?
I wasn't into it.
Shawshank Redemption, phenomenal. But that's a little bit older.
Yeah, but they don't know about Shawshank Redemption. That's what, 2000? 2001?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's in the 100 best movies?
I'm looking at the 100 best movies right now.
Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction is on there.
That's why
the Godfather movies are. These are all older movies. Yeah, it's not really listed a lot of newer movies.
The top 100 movies are going to be older movies. It's not going to be nothing new. Don't get me wrong. There's nice movies out, but shit.
Let me see. 50 best movies of the 2010s.
That's going to be Pulp Fiction and all that shit.
2000? No, that's before then.
Pulp Fiction was what? 2000?
That's the 90s.
And all rats on the street where the little niggas play at, sitting on the porch inside, that's where the K at, where they lay at, and niggas getting sprayed at. Niggas want beef, then it's on, say that. I'm in the field and my homies don't play that. When niggas yelling Billy was popping, that's where the trays at. And them bitches, they ain't loyal, they just say that. Looking for a comment with pussy until you pay that. I hear niggas wanna kill me, so it's easy. Check me on the gram, it's easy, that's where the cheese be. I'm everywhere, where it's red and the bees be. Shout out to them Zoes, we here, they can't see. Niggas hate me and it's cool, I don't give a fuck. You entitled, my nigga, just keep your feelings tucked. I see some Haitians who ain't playing, shooting out the truck. Yelling sock passe, it's on, that's how they give it up. Niggas quacking when talk, I call them sitting ducks. Talking all that shit you sing, and then you zip them up. My niggas wildin', catching bodies, and I send them up. Show you that it's real when they see you, in case you acting tough. They don't bluff. My niggas play the front. They hold a Glock until it blim and let that hammer dump. Cash what you banging, my nigga. I tell them D's nuts, hanging out the window like Pop, cause I don't give a fuck. You niggas owe me when I see you, better have my money. I don't wanna talk, ain't nothing funny. You niggas pussy and you never taking nothing from me. Free my niggas in this cell, I hope y'all coming home. I'm the king of Jersey, nigga, this is my throne. I'm the king of Jersey, nigga, this is my throne. Yeah. Nous déjà connaissons qui ça nous fait nous. Ça passé. Niggas that you, yeah, stop passé. So pound, niggas they don't play. That's the nation, niggas that you, yeah, stop passé. So pound, niggas they don't play. That's the nation, niggas that you, yeah, stop passé. So pound, niggas they don't play. That's the nation, niggas that you, yeah, stop passé. So pound.
Chicken, but some chicken. What's your name, Sexy Red? What is the favorite song lyric? Get it sexy. What's your superpower? Mind reading. Ooh, what does that mean?
Like, I got a third eye, so I be knowing. You could be lying, but I know you lying. You think it's something over there.
Are you always right?
Yeah.
You just know somebody lying. You don't know what they thinking now.
I do know what they be thinking.
All the time. I heard you. Who's the last person you shared your location with? My BFF. You share your location? Is that for safety or for like where you at? Safety. Oh, that's cute. Oh, your best friend. What is the last thing that sent you down a YouTube rabbit hole? Aliens, mermaids, shit like that. That's your thing?
Like the Bermuda Triangle. I was just looking up all the little
mermaids is so different than aliens, but also
like Atlantic. What's that? The Atlantic underwater world or something. Atlantis. I was just looking up all kind of shit.
You deep down the rabbit hole on that?
Yeah.
What is something you would want people to say about you? That I'm a kind person. Are you kind?
Yes.
Oh. What was your last random act of kindness? Something you did just because you was being kind.
Buying everybody food.
That's nice. When was that?
Today. It's every day though.
You do every day?
That's the most recent thing I just did before.
Are you a feeder? You know, some people are feeders. They like to feed people, make sure people eat.
Yes.
That's you?
Make sure everybody get.
If you wrote a book about your life, what would the title be? Anybody guess? Life of Sexy. Favorite emoji is a wink, and anything else you want to add or draw is sexy. This is so good.
Sexy.
It's sexy. This is so good. Sexy Red is in the building today, everybody. Finally, I'm so happy to meet you. Finally,
nice to meet you too. You got a radio voice.
I do. That only happened because I've been on the radio for dumb long. It didn't start as a radio voice.
For real?
Yeah, I think radio voices is like, hey, like that's how I think radio voices go.
It's like you got the perfect voice for it. Though.
You think so? I don't know that I've ever heard that. I know people know my voice from the radio, but like, okay, I'll take it.
You know how to talk on the radio.
You got a good rapper voice.
Thank you.
I mean, did you always know that?
No.
When did you figure this out?
When I was rapping it to my boyfriend, and he liked it, and him and his friends liked it.
What age was this?
I was like 19.
What age?
No, I was 18, and then I was finna turn 19.
What age were you when you did the video?
I think I was 19.
Oh,
19
so it was around
or
that
20.
time.
Yep.
That video was so
random
and funny, but also like you could tell you had a mission.
What you mean?
Like you could tell you was. I could tell you was playing, but I could also tell you was serious. Like you was coming for it. You was coming for something.
Oh, there, yeah.
What was the mindset? What was going? Who was that girl right there? What age is she? 18, 19, right?
Yeah, I was I was outside around that time.
Doing what?
Just outside. Outside. Whatever you can think of. I was just outside.
Oh, outside doing all that?
I was just bad.
But what is bad? What is it?
I was living life. But I got kids now, so I be chilling.
Did you have a plan? Did you have a plan for the future? Or no, you just was...
I just was living by the day. For real. That's why I said I was just having fun living.
But then one day you bust out a video camera and make that video? How does that happen?
I don't know. All my videos back then was real random. Like I'd probably just be in the moment and be like, y'all want to shoot to my video?
And what was you shooting with? Did you have equipment? Did you have...
I just called this dude. He had a camera.
And that was it?
Just a little camera.
And were you blown away when the shit started to like, people started, or did you know it was going to happen?
I knew it was going to be like something that they liked. So I was a little shocked, but I was like shocked for real to see like how it really went crazy.
Yeah. And were you ready for it? Or were you, because you seem all the way ready for all of it. Like you don't seem like none of this shit surprised you.
It's not a surprise because I know I'm a fuck-wittable person, but it's kind of surprising.
I love that. She is a fuck-wittable person.
I'm a fuck-wittable person.
So you knew that?
Yeah.
So you felt like it was going to go?
Yeah, I knew it was going to go because I heard all the other girls rapping. And I'm like, so I know they going to like my raps then because this what y'all like. Okay.
But were you strategic about it? Because I get a sense from you that you like, I don't know, that you just get it. Like,
yeah,
it's
I
like,
like strategic. I just be doing shit and then it just be working.
And do you care what the response is from people?
No, I don't care what nobody got to say.
Ever?
No.
How do you do that? How does that work?
I'm literally nonchalant. Like, it's like nothing don't move me. Like,
so then why do you, so what do you look, so what do you look for in respect? Like, so what, when you make thing and you put it out and then people respond, some amazing, some
even
bad.
if they don't like it, I don't care. It's for me.
But what if they
I make
love
music for me?
And what if they love it?
Then that's good.
But then you care if they love it, but then you don't care if they don't love it.
If you like it, that's good.
Yeah,
if you
right.
don't like it, then it's not for you. Keep it pushing.
Bye.
Yeah. This ain't the song for you then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could tell are you having fun? Because it seems like you're having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just be fun for me. Like, I don't be thinking too hard about it. I just be doing it.
And because this is our first interview, I'm sorry if I have to take you back so much of stuff you maybe talked about, but it's
It's Monday, August 12th, 2024. We got the headlines today. Welcome to Slyde TV, where everything is possible. I go by the name of Icy Graded Dawn, Louis Vuitton, Amazing Blue. Yo, send them notifications out. We starting this mother off. All right.
TV in the building. Good trouble. Yeah.
Ferragamo Gucci around my way. Henny on me, feel it in my face. Can't forget 145 since I was made. Young and I was running from the Jakes, bitch. Ferragamo Gucci around my waist, bitch. Henny on me, feel it in my face, bitch. Can't forget what.
Welcome to Slyde TV, where anything is possible. We've got updates, news, current events, music updates, interviews, and plenty of laughs and wisdom ahead. As we wait, please press the share and like buttons to help our channel grow, and don't be afraid to comment throughout the show. Thank you for tuning in with our amazing host, Icy Gray, the Don Louis Vuitton Amazing Blue.
One, two, and you don't stop, and you don't quit. Yo, it's Monday, August. My bad. I was sending notifications out because we got a crazy. We got a great show today. You feel me? Hi,
It's about 5 years ago. She admitted that when she was in the strip club, she said there's a lot of nasty shit going on there. And she said, yeah, she would give a nigga a pill, you know what I mean? Get him knocked out, go through his wallet, take his money. Actually, I'll play her own words. Cardi B. This is what she said about 6 years ago, right?
I build my followers up, and I'm building my own fucking music career. Nobody's fucking helping me. So a bitch to motherfucking say that I don't deserve to be a fucking artist because shit was handed to me and I haven't put in no work, you're fucking bugging. Because I'm 24 years old and I look washed up because I spent hours in the motherfucking studio. Hours. I paid over $50,000 in studio time because you gotta pay good engineers, you gotta go to a good studio, and you gotta put in that bread. I did it with my money. So for a bitch to say that I don't motherfucking deserve it because I don't put in no fucking work, now that's when I feel like niggas is bugging. Cause I did it myself. Niggas must have forgot, my nigga, the shit that I did to motherfucking survive. Like, I had to go straight. I had to go, oh yeah, you wanna fuck me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drop niggas up and I rob them. That's what I used to do. Nothing was motherfucking handed to me, my nigga. Nothing. So for a bitch to motherfucking say that I don't deserve shit, that's when I know that they fucking bugging. Because they do not fucking know the shit that I had to do so niggas could take me out. Because nobody wanted to help me. Nobody wanted to fucking help me, my nigga. Nobody wanted to help me put me on Love and Hip Hop. Niggas wanted me to be stuck in the strip club. And then when I got on Love and Hip Hop, nobody wanted me to fucking think. Nobody wanted to help me with my mixtape. Nobody. I had to do everything on my own. That's why I go so hard, and that's why I be so grateful. Like when I found out, like people like Gabriel Union want to give me a role and be Mary Jane, or like Beyonce Stylist want to.
Okay. So we hear now. Supposedly, one of, you know, and I hate even saying it like this, one of the men that allegedly were robbed by this is like a joke, damn near. One of the guys who was robbed and drugged by Cardi B came out. And this is not funny at all. It's actually pretty sad that when it comes to men being taken advantage of, nobody gives a fuck. A guy wrote a whole story about it. He says, I was in New York about 5 years ago training, and my trainer suggested we go to a strip club. Normally, I would have turned him down, but this time I decided to go. By the way, this is a guy supposedly. Yo, look at the picture of Cardi with the cocking back the Quaalude. Wait, what would women?
TV where everything is possible. I'll go by the name of Icy Rated Dawn, Louis Vuitton, Mason Blue. We in the building early. If I had to clapping though, I would have had to clapping and all that. I caught YSL, Woody, he coming in with the suit and everything. It wouldn't let me so much download it. I could explain it on it. He acting a fool if you ask me. Because it's like he know what he's doing though. You feel me? He do know what he's doing. And I get that straight from Big Bang. Big Bang had a talk on that. He know what he's doing and shit. It's getting out of hand with me though. Because it's like they be asking what's the he being all sarcastic and shit. That's the whack thing about it. But we also got earthquake. We got the earthquake and had a crazy earthquake. That's serious. Had an earthquake that was in California. I got a rundown on that. We got a lot coming.
Jumped on top of us as we got out the car. Literally. I'm bleeding all types of shit.
Where are you bleeding at?
Elbows, my nose was just bleeding. I got my nose together. I'm spitting out blood.
You need a
I
medic?
don't even know these motherfuckers.
You need a medic?
Yes, I do, and I'm trying to press charges.
All right. Well,
What y'all doing over here following me home?
we got to take one step at a time, man.
All right.
I got you. What's
we
up,
were
man?
at stop 40. Hey, listen, we were at stop 40 again, playing pool.
Hold up.
Yeah, I know, I'm leaking. I know. Because of this. We were at stop 40 playing pool.
Okay.
Nothing. Are you bleeding? Yes.
Yeah, he's bleeding.
Yes.
Hold up.
This girl.
Give me,
listen,
is this your car?
Yes, this is my. Yes, this is me. We were at stop 40 playing pool. His girlfriend, whoever she is, came up was trying to talk to me. She pepper sprayed us. Yeah.
I can't.
I can't breathe, bro.
You need a medic?
Hey, guess what? Stop it, bro. Don't try it now. If he comes over here, I'm telling you.
If they're on some,
you need
diabetic version stole my diabetic.
They stole our. We were okay, Robin, take a breather. This is her. They steal his bag because he's gay, your purse, her purse, and they leave. I find my iPhone.
Real quick, there's a gray Jeep that left right when we pulled up.
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
I don't know. He's like, my bag's gone. I'm like, where's it at? So I don't know. So I followed his phone because we're together. Follow his phone. It takes us all around Whitehall. We come here. His stuff is here. We're saying, hey, can we have our stuff back? We know you stole it. Oh, we didn't steal another one. We don't know what you're talking about. He don't know his girl stole a bag, but she come out with 3 bags. How do you not see her come out with 3 different bags?
My phone.
Yeah, let's see. His phone's missing right now.
My phone's missing. He has my location on his phone.
Okay, that's how you got this.
Yeah, that's how we know where to go. Hell yeah, motherfucker. You just followed us the girl.
Sir.
Man, you shut your ass up. You know you don't want no smoke. They try to jump me, I still beat his ass.
You got the key.
Yeah, I got the key.
Wallet. I just want my wallet in my phone.
I understand.
That's how I'm going to get into my house.
Please stand over here. That's what I'm asking you to do, okay? So we can sort this out. Do you have your ID, sir?
I don't got no idea. You can take my name down, social, all that.
Okay.
It's witnesses. It's witnesses out here, all types of shit.
Where they at?
Motherfuckers I was just watching in their car.
Like, this is crazy. I've never seen no shit like this.
Yeah, man. I looked up, they got my girl on the ground, motherfucking jumping her and shit. What the fuck? Like, type of weird ass. It's right here. I mean, like, it's plain as day right here. We didn't leave the bar with our stuff. It's all on video.
We're making out music. We're at the
So
bar.
what is all of the property that is being...
Stop 40 is where we started. I drove around until they stopped and parked here.
What's the property?
It's a bag. It's an iPhone 14 or an iPhone 11. His car keys are gone. Our house keys are gone.
Our car keys are gone.
Everything is gone.
My house.
My wallet, I'm pretty sure, bro. I don't even know. My insulin pen, bro. Everything.
She's a diabetic.
Okay.
We asked them. We came up to the car. Very nice. We asked them. The girl called pepper spray talking about, we'll beat you. We don't have your shit.
Bro, I can't see.
Bro, how are y'all hollering at the people that came and jumped on us?
Hollering at them. Because we gotta get both sides of the story.
I'm saying they gonna tell y'all whatever they want. It ain't even no mystery. We pulled up and the motherfucker, I opened the door. I didn't even know. First the car swung up on us. I'm thinking they just trying to find a parking spot. Then I look up and that's when the girl comes and punched me in the face. And I'm like, oh, what the hold up, you feel me? Boom. Then next thing you know, here these two. Hey, that's not they shit, bro. That's not they shit. Bro,
We gonna figure it out.
Because they about to get away with her.
They're not leaving nowhere until we figure this out. All right,
Mama,
that's
Are you wanting to press charges for... Looks like...
Killed. I got the footage and everything. He pissing on him. We got the fight that broke out, the big fight. Them and everybody in there. We got a lot of headlines coming, man. So grab a blunt, grab a drink, share the motherfucking lives. I want to know why my shit's stuck. What's going on here? Yeah, but yeah, grab a drink, all that. We got crazy shit going, crazy. We got something that just came in from Slyde too. Let's look at this real quick.
They first put her on the ticket, I was hopeful. When they first put her on the ticket, I was hopeful. 3 months into her tenure as vice president, I was less confident. And I'm not saying that to be mean. She knows what they're doing. She knows that everything that she's involved in right now is a lie. She's being a complicit, a working part in defrauding the American public and lying to them. Let's just be honest. The matter, the popular vote is to keep us busy. The electoral vote has been bought and paid for centuries now at this point.
Shit alive, shit alive, shit alive, shit alive.
Slyde TV. Welcome to Slyde TV, where anything is possible.
So you think I ain't gonna speak for my heart, you know what I'm saying? I want 1,000. Yeah.
A 4.4 magnitude earthquake that was near the Los Angeles area, and it happened at about 12:20 this afternoon. It's the red dot you see here. Now, the bigger the dot on this map, the bigger the earthquake. So you notice most of the other dots, they're very small. But we are seeing a few red ones, and the red ones all happened within just the last hour. So we had one just to the south of Bakersfield. There's one to the south of Barstow, one just north of San Bernardino. Again, most of these are very, very small, but something that, of course, we'll continue to monitor, because sometimes when you have one, you may have more, especially like those ones that we're seeing near Bakersfield. That's a bit of a cluster there.
Uh-huh. You want to move in that? What she just said? She said fire, forests, earthquakes, snowing in the summer, everything going on over there. Hollywood is done. The tent, what they call it? I don't want to say tent people. People living in tents, all that. You talk about it going over. I'm just showing you what's happening right now. But what up, y'all? Welcome to Slyde TV, where everything is possible. You tuning in right now on Slyde Radio, Uncut, Twitch, all that. Let's get this shit going.
Typically decorated with flowers and balloons, now it's empty.
I had a breakdown. I did, no lie. I had a breakdown, I had to pull myself together. I was crying all day yesterday since I seen it.
You feel like